You know, my parents were audited under the Obama administration. Let's bring everybody in. Ooh, fancy 3D graphics, $100,000 education right there. What is up, everybody?
Yo.
It's Friday night. That means you have the Legging Out Legion with you. +1. It's amazing. It's great. It's super. It's fantastic. We have the biggest guest we've ever had since season 3. And we're going to go around and we're going to introduce everybody first and introduce her cleanup position because she's going to hit a home run tonight. She is the Scotch tape of Lagging Out and brings everybody together. You know her as Blacklight Oni. I'll go back to you. It's in alphabetical order. He is the only guy, the only host that runs at 60 frames a second. Please welcome, what's your name? Soda.
Soda pot.
Yeah, he's raining.
And Hero has a guest today, his beautiful wife. It's Hero and his beautiful wife. I call her Songbird, but I don't know what she goes by. What is your
Songbird is our daughter.
I know,
Songbird
but like
is our daughter.
I know.
Euphoria. She goes by Lil Red.
Lil Red, and their 5 kids, which are not assault rifles, but they are poo-poos.
He's talking about the
arsenal. That's fair. Yep, those are definitely ours.
And the only person that probably keep up with the Chieftain, and she's probably the most popular person. Welcome to the dark side of Twitch, by the way, where affiliates suffer. Please welcome Gothix.
Hello. I thought you were going to say dark side of Twitch because of my skin color, but thank you for clarifying.
Oh, yes, because I know you're so sensitive.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
He hurt my feelers.
Wah.
Let me hurt him
call
again.
You the ambulance. So welcome, Gothix. How's it feel to be on the same show as the Chieftain? This must be a great thrill for you.
You know what? It just feels great in general to be on Twitch and feel like we can have a nice conversation and not have a bunch of, angry, sensitive people. So I'm happy to be here.
Just don't look at Twitter later.
Yeah, well, no, I think you guys shouldn't look at Twitter later.
I don't give a shit about Twitter. It's not a real place.
I don't use Twitter. I refuse.
Good.
Yeah. Twitter. We use Hover a lot, though. That's a lot of fun for us.
What the hell is a Hover?
It's like Twitter for gamers.
Oh.
What you do is like you put.
Never mind.
It's like TikTok.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like TikTok.
You can share. It's I think mobile only. Basically, you can share your clips from Twitch or from your phone and just share it to people. It's apparently a newer platform, so you can hop on the bandwagon or you can just kind of watch. I'm against TikTok also because I think it's cancer.
It is.
I'm just gonna go with Chieftain digs up some weird shit randomly, and this is one of those things.
Yeah, so we have, speaking of that, our sponsor is a video game called Canadian Truck Simulator. Canadian Truck Simulator. You really can't do anything but get arrested for being free. And also, we have a second one. Did you guys know that Call of Duty has an expansion pack out?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. So here's a new expansion pack. It's called Call of Duty, the Russian Assault Expansion Pack. So you're actually playing as the Ukraine, but you don't have any kill streaks like airstrikes, and you start off with half the weapons that you need. So it's pretty much a losing battle. So Call of Duty, the Russian Assault Expansion Pack, you get less for more.
Damn.
Cancel your bank account.
So it's the same as every other Call of Duty game.
Yeah, basically. So those are our 2 sponsors. And I can't see chat, guys, just so you guys know. I'm going to have to, when you guys start talking, I'm going to have to open up the channel because it's not working on slobs because they love to mess with me. But yeah, a little bit more cleanup here. Thank God this is done. So the Book of Metroid, the finale, is on YouTube right now. And it's the 5th and final installment of Hero's Opus. And go ahead and watch that. He also commented on his own video, which is kind of like a no-no. But
bullshit.
But yeah, check that out because I edited it. And the Spectacular will be coming out in a few weeks after the what was it? The state of the gaming that I'll be doing as Trump. So you guys want to check that out as well. And to our lurkers, we love you guys. So since we're not as popular as anyone else, please turn up your volume a little so we can at least get a view. We would love to get more than 5 views this live. That would appreciate. So thank you for the lurk. We appreciate and love you guys. And one more piece of information, if I'm going too quickly, it's for a reason. We have new emotes on Lagging Out. One including Dork Soda.
Oh, ouch.
Instead of Darth Soda, Dork Soda. And if you're a level 3 subscriber, you can use this. But we also have ones for followers with Hero, with Oni's got a Mohawk one. We got a Millennial Tears one that we just added that Gothix might love. We should have a Millennial Tears t-shirt, I think. That would be great. But it's good to have a graphic designer and an artist on staff, so we don't have to worry about that. But yeah.
It's new.
It's what?
There's my emote.
Oh, it's new. Yeah, you have one as well.
This guy right here did it.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah.
And there's Oni.
Soda did it. He's like our graphic designer, game designer guy. So he did that.
Hey,
what? Yeah.
Chieftain, our shots are a little off, so you're not seeing me get abused over here.
Yeah, I know, but like I can't.
It's only abuse. It's only abuse if it's a man on a woman, not if it's a woman on a man. Remember that?
No. You're all wrong. You're all wrong. It's only abuse if I don't like it. I'll let you figure out what it is then.
No, that's a fetish. And we don't kink shame here. Unless you like humiliation, then we kink shame you.
Pineapples. That the safe
Pineapples
word?
do not belong on
I was going to say, is that the safe
Yes,
word?
they do. Fuck you. Pineapple on pizza is okay.
No, it is not.
Refuse.
Being an
Yes, it
Italian, I'm saying it's blasphemy.
Oh, wow, I don't care.
Meanwhile,
lost
Gothix is over here like, I don't care.
I'm just chilling.
I mean, technically, I lost that war too, but whatever.
Everyone's shots are weird on this one. Okay, but I know this is in the news and everyone loves.
Hey, we got a cheer.
Gotta get
just so
It's Ticker again.
Ticker again. So every time someone hits 100 bits, I have to wear a stupid headdress.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and go to our first topic, which, as an animation lover myself and working on animation films, this actually makes me happy. Futurama star John DiMaggio joins Hulu revival. The voice of Bender for Futurama is back, and he's doing the voice of Bender.
Yay.
So no one can kiss his shiny metal ass.
Well, no, actually, Disney kissed his shiny metal ass.
Somebody kissed it.
And probably paid him a lot of money to do it too. I mean, to be fair, that man's CV is probably 3 miles long. So, yeah.
I don't know.
Wasn't he also in Matilda?
I'm kind of weird about revival shows because now I'm always skeptical. Like, what are they gonna ruin?
Like He-Man?
Yes.
Let's not talk about
I
that.
don't think they
He-Man?
can ruin it.
Teen Titans?
Conversation.
I mean, it's still
Ben
Matt Groening
10.
either way, so I don't think he'll screw it up.
My daughter loves Teen Titans Go, no matter how stupid it is.
But the original Teen Titans was so much better.
Yeah, they don't care about us anymore. They only care about the children because the parents are going to be stupid enough to let the kids watch it. Like us.
I mean, look at even Thundercats Go. Like, I didn't grow up with Thundercats or He-Man, but I at least know it's not that.
Yeah, I admit that's it too. She's not watching that ever.
Nope. Just nope. Trust this camera.
I don't know if Gothix watches cartoons anymore. I don't know if that's out of
I do. I watch Futurama. I mean, I watch the old Futurama. I just stay away from new shows and stuff because I'm like, I just can't trust it. It's too much woke stuff. Can I swear on this? Am I allowed to?
Oh yeah, hell
you
yeah.
can say whatever the fuck you want.
on
It's
Too
fine.
much woke
basis.
shit.
There you go.
Yeah, you can say whatever the fuck you want. It's fine.
If you haven't seen it, sorry.
Depression. It's not depression. I just hate woke shit. See?
Yes.
She kills me. She's not depressed.
See?
At least I don't think she is.
No. I just
I
don't
would
like
say
woke
it was
shit.
depression for why I didn't want to watch movies anymore. No, because every time there's movies, if there's black people in it, it's slavery.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
You know, like it's
Our white
slavery.
privilege. Don't forget
It's,
about the white privilege, though. You know.
oh yes, someone's looking at their skin and thinking, "Wow, God really blessed me with white skin, and now I need to save the world." I don't want to see that. I just
They don't. They know what's good for you. Don't you know that?
I hate that.
They know what's good for you. Malcolm X said like the biggest problem is the white liberal.
Yes. He
Well,
was right.
He is. See,
Smart man.
I would
Gothix
say
and I are gonna be
that-
instant friends
that
after this.
It's not white privilege. It's actually liberal privilege.
And I've tried to use his white privilege. Tried. It didn't work. So I'm like, in the eye, I said, okay, I need you to use this white privilege so we can get out this ticket. But we still had to pay a ticket though.
Oh, God.
Like, God damn it.
Yeah, my friend always wanted me to drive because I was like, I'm not getting DWB'd. I'm like, what's that? He's like, driving while black.
Oh.
Good.
Oh,
And he's
that's
like, you're
so
driving
stupid.
every time we go out. And I'm just like, really? And I'm like, all right, whatever. That's when I was like going to clubs and I was actually cool for about 5 minutes. So
How many
I
beers
was
did
there
they have
for-
to drink?
no comment.
What I will say about the whole Futurama thing is, while I am glad that he came back and that they came to a deal,
Yeah.
it's going to be about as milquetoast as The Simpsons is now because it's Disney owned. It's just not,
Oh, here we go.
not going to be the same.
Yeah, it's gonna be some.
You're not going to go on a Galactic cruise? $6,000?
No.
Who wants to spend $6,000 just to go to Galaxy's Edge?
Gothix is going.
No, I'm not going. Mm-mm.
Nobody even want me, Rick and Bobby.
Maybe if they paid us $6,000 to go to Galaxy's Edge, I might consider it.
I like
For
that
starters, but here's the thing: there's people. Yeah, there's people, and it's Disney-owned
Yeah,
Star Wars, so
you're-
it's basically bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, like she once we do like conventions and stuff, Oni's gonna like be in the back. It's like I'm not going out there to
Hey,
sign
well,
autographs.
conventions are a
Fuck that
different
shit.
story, okay? Conventions are a little different because it's kind of like everyone's kind of like in this shared moment of unity, but with like outside of that, I'm just not necessarily a people person, which is probably good for the greater half of humanity. So yeah, and then again, it's Disney owned, and they have completely destroyed whatever canon used to exist, which is why I don't listen to their canon. I go to Legends, which is what I'm working on for you guys. So
Come at me, I fucking dare you.
Right? He's got a button for her.
Oh,
I got
This is
button.
why
I
he
got buttons
got
for
called
everybody.
I
Button.
got button for days.
Yeah, I'm the resident button bitch.
finally, the only
Like-
buttons we want him to push.
Whoa.
Got him.
I will say
Alright.
one show I did really like because I felt it was authentic, it was very timely, was BoJack Horseman.
I like BoJack.
I had to spend an entire week watching the final season because of just how raw it got. No homo. But I thought it was really well handled. And I was impressed that it actually got better as the seasons went on. Usually shows it's like season 2 is probably the peak and then it's a downward spiral. But BoJack Horseman didn't have that. And I consider that a fairly recent show. But most of these shows don't really interest me. And it's no wonder that anime and manga are far surpassing American media at this point. Because they're willing to take that risk. They are willing to talk. Now, they're willing to take some risks that I think are a little too spicy, but they're generally willing to tell a really great story, have really great art. And they're willing to tell it in the way they feel they can tell it. Whereas with American markets, for some reason, they keep trying to bow down to people who don't fucking read this shit.
Whoa.
They don't watch, they're not the target audience, and then they crap on the actual intended audience, and then they yell at the audience. It just makes no sense to me. I mean, we had the same spiel with the Rings of Power last week.
Which
And-
is
and-
still in the news for some ungodly reason.
We'll try to
Well,
get to that.
I mean, they took
It's
the
on the
video
bottom
down.
of my to-do list.
They took the trailer down, which I think is they tried to get some Tolkien fans.
They took the Superfans trailer down, which was absolutely
that.
hilarious. They got fucking roasted on that because they were all fake fans. It was a script and literally different actors, the same script, different trailers for different languages. And they got busted because it was the exact same trailer in all different languages. And that shit got taken down because it got ratioed to hell.
Fake news. It's fake news, hero. I know what you're talking about. Fake news.
Got the receipts right here, man.
Here's something that will like equally piss off everybody
Oh
on the
no.
panel tonight.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. And
Commentary from Gothix. though.
so cue the offensive people that get offended by photos of former dictators. Discord going woke.
Oh no.
That's accurate.
Oh, good lord.
I can hear the jackboots now.
You can add
Yep.
the Twitch logo to that too if you want.
You should.
I mean, they're going in the way of Patreon.
We might switch over Gothix. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Just put
but
a smart face on him. He'll be fine.
I am completely ignorant to this particular subject, but Hero and Oni did such a great job. I'm like, we need the topics by Wednesday because I want to be able to get everything to Gothix if she needs to prepare for stuff.
I don't prepare, I just wing it.
All right, cool. I was actually biting my nails because I wasn't sure. I was like, she's not responding. I know she's busy with podcasts all the time, but
I just wing it.
Yeah. All right, go for it. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, what is the deal with this, guys? Well, so what's the context of Discord going woke? And then can anyone comment on that?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. So
Where do you want to
from the
start?
beginning? Start from the beginning.
With the long list? Do you want the short one? You want
As long as you guys
with,
want to go, as long as our viewers don't get bored, they won't get bored with two ladies with mohawks. I seriously doubt people are going to get bored with this.
Did you assume my gender?
Uh-oh.
He did.
Oh, do you go by
no.
See, I go by adjectives, so I go by handsome and awesome. I don't go by pronouns.
And this
so,
is why no one calls you by that.
Oh,
Oh,
burn.
Ouch.
Be in the button bit.
Burn.
That was a good one.
That was a third. I liked Oni better when she was quiet.
Well, tough.
Oh, thank you. What are you talking about? I didn't say anything. You guys can finally hear me. I've been talking this whole damn time.
Assuming my gender. You're damn right I'm assuming your gender. You're going to go march with your vagina hat? And...
Oh, God.
Maybe. I mean, I look like
Oh,
him.
you're on the wrong live.
I know.
No.
Trust me, no one wants your
We're
ride.
joking, everybody. We're joking. Relax. Don't get your panties in a bunch if you wear them. If you go commando, that's fine too, I guess. But yeah, Discord
share
going
that.
woke. So what's the term of service here? What's going on? What changed with the term of service?
Okay,
here?
I'll
That's
just
like
throw
the worst.
something out there, and I think we could probably spitball from there because this is
Sure.
a giant fucking dumpster fire, if I were to say so myself.
Okay.
So their terms of service suddenly changed to no hate speech, which in general you see that a lot. But
Yeah.
then they go on to define what hate speech is, and that's also seems to include being known to associate with certain circles that are unacceptable, like anti-vaxxers or other hate groups, which they break down further and define as associating with people that are, or with groups of people that are known to be anti-LGBTQ, what was the other one? Proud Boys or white supremacists, things like that.
Even though they're led by
It doesn't matter.
non-white person.
That doesn't matter. That's a white supremacist talking point. Don't you dare.
How dare I, right?
And then on top of that,
Only white.
Dramatic pause.
Hey, at least he's not saying. Okay, take
That's
the
right.
win.
That's right. I'll take the dub for that. That's one of the umtacular's topics. He did a 90-minute thing about Metroid, and about 30 minutes is him going, so to sum up, so we're cutting that all together and putting it on YouTube just to fuck with him. He's a good sport.
So the other thing to add to that, and yes, the Proud Boys is led by somebody who's not exactly white, but that's easily forgotten because narrative.
Wow, they really did.
Yeah.
Everything political is that dull, honey.
So are there certain words you can't say now on Discord? That
Specifically if you're against
LGBTQ and
that specifically, and then they said, and don't promote medical misinformation. Well, we all know what medical misinformation means. Anything that disagrees with Joe Biden said. Thank you.
So basically, listen to the doctors that are paid by lobbyists, that are paid by the government, that make money from giving you a shot that can possibly give you blood clots and kill you. Got it. Let me write that down.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep, and let's not forget, you can now get banned for off-platform behavior. For things that don't happen on Discord, you can get banned if it gets brought to Discord's attention, just because they said so.
They can eat the biggest bag of dicks.
It's like Patreon.
Sorry, I'm off the cuff tonight. Sorry.
There you go.
We're always off the cuff.
Like, because I know Sargon of Akkad lost his Patreon because of that. That's really, really great people. People who've been demonetized off of YouTube and still haven't heard word, and YouTube is withholding those funds, which last I checked is called theft. But hey, what do I know? And pharmaceuticals, it's crazy to me that we keep going how it's a corrupt industry, that certain medicines are so expensive that people are willing to die instead of pay for it. Like, I don't know, insulin, epinephrine, very important things to have. And yet now we have to kowtow to pharmaceuticals.
You
Gothic, what do you have to say about that? Let's get Gothix in our new. What's your opinion on all that?
My opinion is this is doo-doo, and this is...
Just say it's shit.
It is shit. I like saying doo-doo, though, because doo-doo is more it's more impactful.
Like you're not even worth saying the profanity.
Exactly, yes. And, but you know what? Twitch already did this, where they have that clause in their terms of service where they're like, oh, we're going to monitor what you do on other platforms. Because what they're trying to do is they want all these big tech platforms to all kind of be on the same page, so that if you're banned on one platform, you're banned from the other, so they can basically wipe you off the existence of the internet. So I've seen the similar terms of service on other platforms, and the hate speech thing, that's Twitter. I know off the top of my head, and Discord, they have similar toss where you have to respect gender identity too, and I'm like, I'm not playing this game with you guys. I'm just not doing it. It's kind of annoying. I don't know. Yeah, it's just doo-doo.
Doo-doo.
I feel
I work with you. You say this looks like caca doo-doo. This dude looked like he was built like a brick shit house, and he's saying words like that. I'm just like, it's so disarming. It's like
they don't care. They understand they're gonna lose a shit ton of people, a bunch of members.
They don't care.
They don't care, and that's what I'm saying. I think these corporations, they're getting funded so much that they have an infinite financial backing, so they don't give a shit if they're losing an audience, because their terms of service was very specific to that virus that we can't talk about, or off from that land. And it sounds like it sounds like their terms of service came straight from the White House. Someone's just okay, drafting this up. This is what I want you guys to say, because it was very specific.
Probably
right. So at this point, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is my theory. It's not about the money at this point. This is all about control. Oh, yeah. They have the money. It's just about control.
Always has been.
Yep. It always has been. The government doesn't run anything. It's the oligarchs and the corporations that run anything, which is why Section 230 needs to be revisited and destroyed. So it's
unfortunately, our previous president talked a big game about making it happen, but then never did anything. I don't know.
He didn't have the votes the second half, bro. He didn't have one of the houses.
I don't know what happened there. Like, he kept talking about it, but I never saw any proposals pushed through.
Well, that's because the Republicans in there were fucking pussies. So that's what it was. They're
literally
fucking
or
cowards.
metaphorically?
Literally
Yes.
and metaphorically. So they were cowards. They didn't want to put it through. Oh, they're worried about offending people. Let me get news for you. They fucking hate you because you have an R next to your name regardless. It doesn't matter what you fucking do. They're going to hate you. Stop trying to pander to these fucks. They're not going to, they don't like you because you have an R next to your name, or you're a sellout, or you're a betrayer to your race. Enter write in what they get offended by. Fuck them. I say fuck them and pass it. That's why I like Bobert when she's like, yeah, you killed 13 people during the State of the Union. She's like, yeah, you killed 13, and everyone's booing her. I'm like, that bitch deserves a Nobel Peace Prize for that shit.
Hell
She's
yeah.
speaking the fucking truth. But oh my god, now you made me rage. See that?
That I think part of the main reason why they never the Republicans in Congress never actually pushed anything through is because they're bankrolled by some of these companies that are protected by Section 230. Let's be real.
Yeah, essentially.
It's the money talking, shit's walking, I guess.
Yeah.
And you know what's weird? If they weren't mentioning all this stuff, I wouldn't care. If they were more about, hey, look, just don't, as long as you're not using our platform to be a predator of some sort, as long as you're not using our platform for nefarious reasons, I could respect that. But you telling me what to do or what I'm not allowed to do on your platform, it just makes me angry. It's kind of like someone tells me, hey, don't get angry, but yeah, this is that situation. If you weren't, don't tell me about how to talk, how to act. Just lay down the guidelines and just roll with it. The whole point of Discord, last I checked, was that it was an alternative platform for gamers and people in general to just kind of, I don't know, communicate and hang out and do whatever. And for them to just abandon all that, yeah, that's some bullshit.
It's a private company. They can do what they want.
Yeah, I hate that
right.
shit. Let's give it
Well,
a
you
do.
take your private company and not be protected by the government then, because you're doing what you want instead of, I don't know, providing a service, which is what Section 230 is fucking for.
Well, here's the thing about the private company thing. I respect that if you are a private company, you can play by certain rules. I respect that. But when you start playing with government money, you're not a private company anymore. My money is funding what you do, which means I should be able to have a say in what happens with my money. It's why I have a problem, and this might get spicy, so I'm going to word it carefully.
We're already there.
There is a certain...
Our next topic is spicy, so...
There's a certain organization that has a P and then another P in the name that is paid by the government to perform a service, but they also take money from customers. That's double dipping. No matter how I felt about what they were doing, what service they offered, whether I liked it or not, they're getting both types of money. And yet people who disagree with that are wrong and somehow anti-woman, even though these are the same people who cannot identify what a woman is.
Oh, got him.
Birthing people?
Yeah.
What?
Yo,
That's not
we
a
have gone so far.
It is.
They have,
it is. It totally is.
Oh, yeah.
and then they try to use a small minority of the population as their out. Yes, there are people who are intersex that have mutations in their genes that make their organs not quite in the set binary. It's why it's called a mutation. It doesn't mean they're lesser, doesn't make them inhuman. It just means their genes did something a little weird, and now they're a little different from the typical norm. That doesn't. The fact that it's like we have to have a special invitation for every single person. Or you could just say, okay, fuck it, whatever. I don't, which is why I find the whole LGBTQ thing hilarious, because it's like, oh, you're not LGBTQ enough. I will say.
Right. They don't claim you.
I will say, I can understand I I can get on board with the bisexual frustration because it's like if you date someone of the opposite gender, okay, you're considered straight. You have to be you're only considered bi if you're dating someone of the opposite gender. And then there's the whole, but what about trans people? So they must be transphobic. So you basically allowed them in your group, and now you're eating your own. Right. And then there are some of us who are like, I mean, technically I'm part of the LGBTQ community, but I really don't give a fuck because that's not how I base my entire life on. It's an aspect of me, but that's not the first thing I tell you when I meet somebody. I tell you my name.
I fucking dare you.
That gatekeeping sounds exhausting.
It does.
It is.
It's like I just want to go to work.
No. Yeah.
I just want to eat my cookies and be fat.
We can't even teach our classes anymore at college without going through so much bullshit with like, don't say this, don't say that. I'm like, what? They're people. We teach people.
You want me to teach?
I mean,
I have to.
Can I just interlude in here? I just pushed my husband out the way, and I'm proud of my history. Part two.
Good for you.
I was raised by lesbians. And the one thing that threw me off when I joined the military was when they started yelling out, I'm gay, or I'm this. Because I was raised by lesbians who said, what we do in the bed is none of your damn business. Mind your business. Mind the business that pays you. So it is kind of weird that everyone is yelling out, I have sex with men, or I have sex with women. When I grew up where that was nobody's business. No one needs to know. There were no labels. It was, he move a little fruity, but we still love him kind of mindset, you know? It wasn't the whole, we have to put a label or we have to have he, she.
I grew up with that young, like you. Like, my uncle's gay, and I was always like, you know, I know he was a little off all the time, and I'm like, I asked my mom one day, I was filming, I'm like, why is Uncle acting gay? And she's like, you don't know he's gay? I'm like, oh, I do now. Okay, you know. Okay.
Ding.
It doesn't make any difference whether he's gay or straight. I don't care. I still love him.
You know, like,
all right, someone made an interesting
dude.
Oh, sorry.
Why are you telling me you're screwing a female? It's not my business. You're not letting me join in, so why the hell do I care?
Whoa.
Damn.
No, you're.
I went on a rant. I'm annoying.
She gets the button too, Jason.
Who does?
She does.
Oh, okay.
No, because they're just some things. They're just some things we don't need to share. You know, whatever you guys do in your private lives, that's great, awesome. I don't need to know.
It seems like a competition, almost.
Mm-hmm.
It's because they have nothing else to offer. Instead of basing it on shared interests like books or like television or hobbies or just
through merit, you know, growth through merit.
It's just all about, do you check these boxes?
Yeah.
And yet they wonder why people feel insecure about everything, why they feel like they haven't earned anything, because they probably haven't. You know, if I found
out those participation trophies, yo.
Now, in my generation's defense.
What's your generation?
I was just about to ask that. Can you clarify?
Yeah, Gothic doesn't know you. You're gonna have to.
Here's the thing.
Oh no!
I've heard.
Look at beating around the bush.
No! I swear. I've heard I'm a millennial, but I've also heard I'm Gen Z. For some reason, that set of
he waits
that
for
year,
me to put the fucking headset on to drop the headdress thing. Fuck you,
that was
Dicker.
Hook.
The year I was born in.
Oh, that was Ben.
Has been put in
thank you. Sorry, I thought it was Ticker.
Categories.
Okay.
Thank you for the tip. Thank you for the tips.
I'd rather. As
Thank
much
you,
as
Skin Hook. I take that back. I appreciate it. Thank you.
As much as I hate it, I think I'm a millennial, technically, but we didn't ask for the participation trophies. However, one thing I will say as a caveat: just because you were raised a certain way, just because you are used to a certain situation, does not mean you have to stay in that situation. If you don't like where you are, do something different. If you see bad habits around you and you have an issue with that, then don't do those bad habits. Do something different. You know, if you don't like the participation trophy, if you feel like handouts suck for you and you don't feel like you get a sense of accomplishment, then go accomplish something. Go do something to get that sense of accomplishment. Go reach your adventure. Go find something. Instead of, my generation's just been put down through this, and we had the 2008 recession, and this, that, and the other. Okay. It's not 2008 anymore, guys. Don't know if you knew this. It's 2022. Electric Boogaloo. Come on. It just...
Tell us how you really feel.
It bugs me. It really does, because...
You know what really grinds my gears?
Society.
Society.
Right now, I would say yes for me. Yeah.
Ugh. Oh boy.
Have we beaten this dead horse enough?
I was
Or
thinking
can-
that was
I was gonna say,
exactly.
what we
can we
got
go
for
to
the
the
next
next one?
topic, bro?
Bounced
Next
around on that
topic. Next topic is the Miss Ukrainian Badass,
Oh, hell
Anastasia
yeah.
Lena.
Yeah, I have some words about that.
Yeah. The former Miss Ukraine has taken up arms in Ukraine to defend her country.
With an airsoft gun.
It is an airsoft
I'm
gun.
on the
Is
wrong,
it?
Yeah, I
It
believe
was.
it is.
So that photo was she was modeling an airsoft gun. Now, allegedly
Is it
she
really?
is. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is an airsoft gun, yes.
And the Ghost of Kiev story going around was actually footage from a flight simulator game. I wish I were kidding. This is what I've heard, okay? Now, this is why I'm trying to be very careful with the news right now. There's a lot of propaganda going on both sides. There's a lot of conflicting information going on from both sides. Totally understandable. That's what happens with a conflict. Apparently, she is trying to do her part to support her home country. Mad respect. But that photo that's being circulated is an airsoft gun, so honestly, we don't really do anything.
How do you
Can't
even
confirm.
I never actually read that she was actually carrying the rifle. I read that she gave a speech and then held the rifle up. So like that. You know?
Oh, okay.
I'd demonstrate, but I'm afraid that I'd get...
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah,
Don't snack
You
bar
don't need
it.
to show off your airsoft rifles behind you.
But she
Look,
is
there's
apparently
nothing wrong
trying
with
to.
real
You put some damn respect on those weapons, sir.
Ooh.
Those are real.
Ooh.
They do bang bangs.
I'm
Right,
sorry,
right.
did she say something?
I think we're replacing Hero next
You
week.
know damn well I did.
Where's that button?
Look at you just get out of the way, Hero. Later.
I'm not going to play that button now.
Hi.
What, yours?
It's
Yeah,
a
man.
Steve. It's a Steve
Oh.
Harvey
Shut up
moment.
and dribble,
It's like
bitch.
Oh.
There you go.
it's a Steve Harvey moment of what would you never call your wife? And it's like two guys across the table, and they're like, mm-mm,
Uh-uh.
mm-mm,
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
Mm-mm. mm-mm.
Was a Marine, wasn't he?
Yep.
Even a Marine knew better. That's crazy.
Oh, you know dang well he
the
knew
Marine
better.
knows better.
Yeah. So
Yep.
so she is trying to support her country, but former Miss Ukraine was not holding a real rifle in the photo that was being spread on Instagram. So far, the reports that I've heard is that the Ghost of Kiev was footage from a video game. And also, again, I don't know if most people understand how difficult dogfighting actually is, especially with jets. This isn't World War I or World War II, so being able to shoot down 6 planes in a day, it doesn't really happen like that. Very, very, very rare for that to happen. So, yeah, as awesome as it would be, who doesn't love a
Ask
sexy
Michael
woman with a
Vick,
gun?
Really, Ticker? Ask Michael. He was talking
Whoa,
about a different type of dog fight there, Ticker. Wow, dude. Really?
Oh
You're
my
pulling
God.
out the Michael Vick card?
The-
2004
Why
card. They
why
want
not
their,
ask,
they want their put down
Miss
back.
Kurt's dad, too, while we're at it. Just saying.
Oh,
Oh.
he's laughing. He's laughing in the chat.
Yeah, he is.
Oh my god.
So who uploaded this photo of her and the airsoft gun? Was it just she uploaded, be like, I'm defending my country?
Yeah, who did that?
I think she did share it on her on her Instagram because I mean, she's a model, it's what she does. But if I recall, that's also an old photo, so I don't even know how recent that is. I mean, there's footage apparently of things from Ukraine going back a couple of years that people are trying to share, not realizing that it's a couple years old. I mean, Ukraine hasn't been the most stable area in the last couple of years, let alone ever. So, and again, with social media, with the ability to share information that may not be wrong, but it's not new, things get really shady. And that's why with the internet, you got to be careful what you read. You can't believe everything that you read at first glance. As awesome as it would be to hear of, everyone loves the story of the little guy standing up to the big guy, but
of course, yeah.
At the same time, let's remember the two powers, the two main powers involved right now. Yeah.
Soda, you are not a Swedish model. That is fake news in the chat.
No,
that is fake fucking news.
I am.
You're not even Swedish.
Black, so he can be a Swedish model.
That's racial inappropriation. I'm seriously offended wearing my headdress.
Yeah, no.
If anyone's curious about the origins, it is canon. You just need to go to our YouTube channel and says, "Is my headdress racist?" See, I'm not the only one who does the controversial thumbnails, Doc Gothix.
Oh, that's great.
This is why we're birds of a feather.
Yeah.
That's why
do that. Yeah.
Get it? Because he's got a chieftain.
What's up?
No, the whole feather in the headdress.
Yeah. I'm gonna do one that I want to do one that's more like mechanical, like some 3D print model mohawk type of thing.
Make it, metal feathers so you could fit in with a post-apocalyptic world when it happens.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna look like Mad Max. Which, by the way, Gothix did a really great. I think you did one. I'm pretty sure I saw a photo you dressed up as a Mad Max character.
Yeah, I dressed up for stream one time.
That was fucking amazing.
Hey, thank you.
Like, I always wanted to tell you, was like dead on fucking perfect.
Yeah, I bleached the fuck out of my hair, so I had to shave my head, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna dress up like a road warrior.
Go for it, yeah. It was really good. If you guys want to check that out in the chat, that was
about hair.
I'm sure there's photos around. It's just amazing. That was like dead on, and I'm very picky being a designer and an artist too, so is Soda. Yeah. But that was like dead on perfect from the movie. It was so good.
Oh, thank you.
Check it out.
And we would say it sucked. We would tell you to your face it sucked, but it was good.
You got so much stuff. I'm just going through it by I just
I do gotta say, Gothix, hearing about hair struggles, it makes me. Oh, okay.
Oh, do I have to go to what's happening over here? What's happening?
She just shook all her hair out. Yeah, here.
Pigtails in. I know pigtails.
All right, you're on 5, Hero. I'm not used to being so far down on the list.
What's
It's alphabetical. It just fucks up my shots. It's just annoying.
Yeah. Well, I was saying that hearing about hair struggles, I step back and I look at my wife. She tells me all about them, and I get to hear them.
She's got great hair, and her her clothing that she does are kick ass. So she does really great clothing.
But you design clothing?
Yeah, I sew my own clothes. I suck, but I design my own clothes.
I need to
Bye,
see.
Hero.
She doesn't suck. She's good.
The last dress I made looked like I was going to the club for like cougars.
That's okay.
So much titty. I didn't mean to do that.
I'm sure Hiro doesn't mind though.
Oh no, he didn't. Like usually when we argue, you know what he does? He grabs my boob, and it's like he's transferring my rage through his hand.
This is one of those moments where you don't have to share that part.
I am.
It's a pretty cool superpower. It's like he's draining the aggression. He's draining the life force.
You could just say he's milking the conversation and just say that.
Milking the conversation.
Oh my God.
You nasty.
I know Unisol, not just one.
Oh no.
Because sometimes I want to moo, like a cow, like moo, but I don't want to be too, I don't want to scare him away either. That'd be weird. Married and everything. So yes, I make my own clothes, and I even have my own Facebook page. So
yeah, she kicks ass, and she's actually just letting the chat know we're going to be doing T-shirts locally. I I want to get the shirts made in America, but it's kind of hard now. But she's got an awesome print T-shirt that she volunteered
really
to print custom Lagging Out shirts for us, which is fucking amazing. It's so great. And she's like, here's my test. I'm like, I love the test. She's like, this is just the test. Just fucking chill, Chieftain. It's going to get better. And I'm just like,
can I go get it
now?
Do I have time to go get it so I can show her the one that actually fucking came out right?
Yeah, you can go ahead. Yeah, I'm sure Hero can cover you.
He'll just say
couples,
like 50
yeah.
times.
Yeah,
Lord.
I can cover her just fine. Let's not discuss that. That's bedroom talk.
We can do
Whoa.
Toastmasters and get some vocal coaches later when we're famous, when we get more than like $5 a stream.
Hey, we are thankful for every one of those
Pretty
bucks.
solid
Yes, we are.
$5, all right? I
Yeah,
know.
That is true.
Everyone has to start somewhere, man. Man, I streamed for like 8 months before I got 1 sub.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're grateful. We don't even ask for donations. They're
awesome.
just people are fucking cool and they do it.
Yeah.
And we give more than we take. Like we did a Christmas show, Gothic, really quick, and Hero, myself, and Soda all chipped in and bought Oni a laptop because she just moved and she didn't have a laptop. So we all spent it was like a $1,500 laptop for her. So we all bought that for her because she's such a fucking hard worker and she deserves it.
Nice.
So,
Thank you.
So we tried to get her to cry on camera, but she's a Marine, so I don't think they're born with tear ducts.
I think there's like
I-
half a tier.
I cry. It's just not often, and it usually has to do with my pets or my other family. But
So
if
we
I
like
have my
doing more giveaways than taking, basically Gothic. So
if I have my way, once Elden Ring apparently gets their patch all worked in, I might make that the first download on my computer. But I'm also
Yay.
I'm also trying to save insane amounts of money though, because I'm like, I'm tired of my savings account looking sad. And according to my father, you don't have to save, like have your paycheck in your savings account. You can chill out a little bit. I'm like, okay, that's fair.
Oni, I am your father.
No, you are not.
Oh god.
Oh.
Daddy, sorry. Daddy, sorry. Daddy,
Is that gold?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's glitter gold printed. Not quite
like
correct,
that.
but she
Oh,
said
okay.
she
I
was
see it.
gonna-
I see it. Yeah.
She
I see
said
that effect.
she got it. She's getting it worked out.
I like it though.
That's some blinging right there. Let's
Like
go
it.
and.
Why-
It is
Why are
gold,
we
right?
keep looking at this? Yeah, it's gold glitter.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Yeah, great job. You get the 10-year-old 3 horns in a row that everyone uses on Twitch.
Yeah.
Because everyone uses it. Because facts. Yeah.
Unisol said he
now-
wants one, Chieftain.
Was that Unisol said it?
Yeah, Unisol said he wants one of the shirts.
Oh, awesome. He's got a staff shirt too. Yeah, we will put it on we'll set it up. We have the credit card set up and everything, and we'll give you guys the link later. It's not scheduled to
Unisol,
go.
you
The
got
drop
me
still June,
thinking
but I
that we
got a
were
big
doing
mouth and I can't
awesome,
keep
and
my
then you
mouth
do
shut.
that.
What's that?
Don't have to worry about that, honey. You weren't gonna get her anyway.
Oh, and again, Gothix, like most of our chat is like military as well. So
That is
Unisol
awesome.
is Army MP.
Nice.
Unisol is short for Universal Soldier, like the really shitty movie that he decided to name himself after.
Love it.
Hey, we're
But,
allowed to enjoy our bad movies.
Yes, and he actually, I can't say where he works, but
He works.
he works in Orlando at a popular place. Let's just say that.
Okay.
yeah.
Yes.
But I won't reveal anything more than that. But it's awesome. F you, Chieftain. I'm gonna put that.
Oh,
on
look,
the
it's
shirt.
the topic that Chieftain hated hearing about for like ever.
Oh,
next-
the Gina Carano story.
Next
Yeah.
to Amber Heard, this is like the other thing that you didn't like talking about.
Until I started watching the show, Gothix, I couldn't stand, like, we were doing news like this all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you please put a bullet in my head? Because I'm so sick of hearing about Gina Carano. But the more I hear about her, the more I'm a fan of her.
Yeah.
So is Carano coming back? And you can't see because because it's a poorly designed meme. So it says, on the bottom, it says, coming back. Hero says no. So Gina Carano, of course, she was canceled because, she can freedom of
Stupid
speech.
things.
Yeah, because freedom of speech.
Pretty much.
And she's not, and she got canceled by Disney. But Hero, do you know a little bit more about that context, sir?
The context that I'm working off of, for my opinion, since you already said that I say no, I don't think she's gonna because she's working with the Daily Wire, and she's already been doing a couple of movies with them, and she's got more movies in the shoot with them. Plus, she has aspirations to direct her own movies. The concept of a woman scorned, that saying is a thing for a reason. They scorned her hard. They didn't fire her by phone call or in person. They fired her in a press announcement. Like, a Disney representative was announcing something publicly saying, "Oh yeah, Miss Carano no longer works on contract with us, and we have no plans with going into contract with her again." And that's how she found out she was fired.
I thought it was the shared email that they forgot to take her off of.
That could have been it too, but it was
either way. It was still some straight up. It was so unprofessional that it was really disgusting. So, like, if I were to act that way, so help me. Every ounce of disdain I got would be utterly
shut
deserved.
up and dribble, bitch.
But because this is a professional company, it's okay. And it's just like, look, you don't have to like somebody, but you should at least have the professional courtesy to conduct business in a proper fashion, no matter what, because that's your character. That's your lack of character showing. That is not okay. So I'm glad I'm sidestepped away from all that, because that's really concerning. That does absolutely not. That unprofessionalism really got me. Like,
don't think she's gonna come back. Like, she's gonna look at that, and Disney's gonna be like, "Will you please come back and take your part back? We need you for The Mandalorian. You were such a big part." And I don't see her being like, "Oh yeah, I'll go back to you," when she's already got movies. And from what I understand, not having watched them myself, from what I understand, they have all been very good movies.
Yeah,
so
I've seen her some interviews, Carano, or I like to call her my future ex-wife.
Okay.
She has she's done she did a couple of them. She was actually interviewed on Newsmax. Oh no, Chief didn't watch Newsmax.
Uh-oh.
She jumped in on a conversation where they were interviewing. She's like, "I love this guy. He's such a great actor." And I'm like, "Whoa, that's Gina Carano." She just totally just like jumped in the scene. It was so cool. And she's like,
and
you think she'd be like this really tough looking broad that take no shit, but she has that side, but she has a softer side. It was so good to see that. I'm like, because she's MMA, right? Like, you automatically think she's a badass. So
like there's like interviews that like YouTubers actually went to the set of one of the movies they were doing. One of the YouTubers happened to be Jeremy from The Quartering, and a couple others from that same circle. They all like went there, were invited there by her press person, and they did interviews with her. And actually, Jeremy from The Quartering like was about to get walked off the set because they ran out of time for interviews, and she literally stopped the guy that was about to escort everybody out and said, "No, he hasn't had his interview yet. He gets his time.
Take care
I
of
don't
yourself."
care."
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
Like, she's a sweetheart from everything that I've heard. She's a sweetheart on top of all of her other persona that everybody sees.
But she's not the right type of strong, independent woman who don't take no shit.
Yeah,
She's
she
the
doesn't
wrong
fit
type
the
of
narrative.
strong independent. She's like, yeah.
Out of principle, I would not see her going back and doing that show. After they did what they did, and first of all, they set a precedence now where it shows that they don't respect free speech, and they're clearly pro tyranny, I guess. Like, it seems that way. So at this point, it's like you're on the wrong side as far as like that entire company. Like, why the hell would you want to go back to them?
Exactly. Being a former Disney employee myself and having friends that actually worked in Disney feature, we're part of this Discord, which you get. They test you. It's like, do you have da 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 da? I'm like, okay, you're on our side. And then they go, it's like, yeah, we were getting brainwashed today at a little function at Disney talking about pronouns and that sort of thing. What a fucking joke. So there's like people that are senior staff that like they're going for these seminars that they're required to go to. So it is confirmed. It has. And I worked in the game department, but it's all the same. It's all the same shit. It's like you need to think a certain way there. If you think and if you don't, like your career is ruined. Even with like Gothics, like 3D artists like me, we have to shut up and move those pixels, and we can't say anything.
What? How is that? That's you're working as a team. First of all, like that's the whole point of collaboration is to, wow.
Here's one. I worked for a movie in 2009, and we get when you work in, they give you staff shirts for the movie that you're working on. So the shirt that I had the guinea pig, because it was a guinea pig movie, and he had a little Obama button on his little shirt, and I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want anything political on my stuff. And like 4 or 5 people complained about it, but they just basically been told shut the fuck up. And there was Obama Biden stuff all over Sony Pictures, all over the 3rd floor, all over everything. And then it was on our staff shirts that I had to buy for my parents. Because, that's my first movie, so I'm going to get them. So they have these like little buttons on there, so they have to say something. Why do you have to say something? It's a movie about fucking guinea pigs.
It's
Really?
crazy. Like I had my political awakening in 2020. And before that, I did not realize how embedded politics was in culture until that year. I had no idea. And it's like this very slow, subtle drip dry that you don't notice. But then when you take a step back, it's like, wow, they really have their hand in everything. And they use entertainment and media to sort of socially engineer people to just think a certain way. I'm like, that's very sophisticated, but that's evil at the same time.
Right. Yeah.
That is true.
Totally.
So actually, there's on that same topic. There's actually some little news nuggets coming out because all it is just nuggets about Disney. There is stuff. It's no secret that Disney donates to politicians and stuff because they want, as I understand it, they want to buy favors. Whoever's in charge, if they donate enough, they'll get a favor from whoever's in charge. And that's why they do that. Well, when Bob Iger was in, he was a registered Democrat. So there was no secret which way Disney was going to go, which way they were donating the lion's share of the proceeds to. Now that Bob Chapek is in office, he's more of a bean counter, as I hear. I don't know the details, but it recently came out that there's a Republican politician that Disney had donated to in share to, so to speak, and that Republican politician has a lot of anti-LGBTQ things that he proposes in Congress, whether or not they make it through. And there is a lot of backlash coming out about that, and Chapek actually put out a press release that basically said nothing. It was very politically neutral, and it was just worded in such a way that basically said, look, we're not on either side. That's really what it was, is what it amounted to. We're not on either side. So basically Chapek is making a point of saying we're apolitical. And I think that we're going to start seeing a lot of Disney's monetary donations slow down or even stop, possibly, because in order for them to keep up their image, they've got to do something that doesn't go to either side of the aisle. Otherwise, they're going to piss a lot of people off. Because when you start involving politics in your entertainment, it divides everything. You're going to lose half of your customer base if you go too hard on one side or the other.
Looking at the Mulan live action movie.
Welcome back, Unisol.
I don't even think they care, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I think they just I think they're going to keep hammering the same type of narrative. It doesn't matter if they piss off the other side, because I don't think that's their ultimate goal anyway. Like I think of there's this famous poem by I forgot what it is. I think it's like Paul Harvey or something like that, and it's called like If I Were the Devil. And one line in it, he's talking about like, if I was the devil, I would own like 95% of real estate. But then if I think of like social media or like just entertainment in general, just having your pot in like so many things like that, that's that's what I think. It's like whoever's doing these changes, I think it's just for control. They don't give a shit if it pisses people off.
I mean, that's very much
Yeah.
likely as well. But a lot of when it comes to entertainment, maybe even if we can hope that it's not politically motivated, yeah, right. But when it comes to entertainment, they're going to notice if you stop buying their shit in large enough numbers.
I think the employees might notice. I don't think the people
Before
at
they would,
high
yes.
in the food chain, like I don't think probably like, yeah, we lose lots of money, but I don't think they'd care. Maybe the people on the lower. I feel like the celebrities, especially, at some point it's got to click for you. Like your fans aren't liking your new work. Like they're not enjoying your movies. Like, wonder why.
When
Right.
I
they don't
disagree
realize
only
it because they can't
because
see past their damn nose.
What?
I only
Oni.
disagree because I feel like these are the same people who keep just saying, well, it's because things are different now. You need to get on board or you're not a real fan of mine. Instead of just going, yeah, I've changed, it's, no, you all are wrong. And so they keep, I mean, it's like Marvel, DC, let me see, Disney, obviously, but that's no surprise, where they're trying to pander to a group that isn't even their audience.
Yeah.
Their sales have been tanking for a long time. Young Ripa has been going off about that stuff. His real name's Eric July. I'm sure you've heard of him.
I went to dinner with him. Dope.
Yo,
He's really cool.
He seems like a really down-to-earth man.
Yeah, he's very. We always crack on him because he's mad hairy, like a it's like a bush.
That sounds familiar. Looking at you, Chieftain.
I
Hey,
am not going to that cut with you.
but I mean, it's
You're gonna get a.
I mean,
mangrove
oh,
for
here's
Christmas.
another one. Wizards of the Coast. Literally everything that they've done. The more attention you try to draw to these special interest groups, the less special it is, and yet they still want special treatment, but they want to be treated as normal people. So we've brought up pronouns several times. It's not that I have a problem with pronouns. It's the fact that the more you try to cram it down my throat, the less I want to swallow. Yes, giggity. I don't. It's
Don't step on my sounds. Come on.
there's
now.
there's
Something
no
I got.
respect anymore. It's just you must accept it this way instead of it's a conversation. And so the more you try to force the issue, the more people are going to fight back. So
Yeah,
I just
that whole.
By the
that
way,
whole-
my wife wants to say something.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Hey guys, this was nice, kind of sort of talking to you and kind of sort of being heard. I'm going to bed now. Goodbye.
okay.
Bye,
Good
we
night.
love you.
Thank you for joining us. We already miss you.
You know, it's a special occasion when she jumps on with Hero.
Mm.
We actually had that happen. I'm not sure how much Gothic you're into Rooster Teeth or Red versus Blue. I'm not sure if you ever heard of those.
back in the day, I'd watch him.
Yeah,
I worked
back in
on
the
season
day.
10, and I had
Nice.
one of the voice actors, because I was friends with her, Sheila the Tank,
Mhm.
and someone who's like on our staff, he's like, I'm coming on the show. There is like, you have no say, Chieftain. I'm coming on the show. I love her to death. I'm like, okay, no problem.
That's amazing.
So it was like, like I tell people, it's like, they're just people. They're just like you.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. I was telling them some of the stuff, like when I was there, I don't know if I was telling Soda or somebody else, but like, you're signing parts of people's bodies. Like, I don't believe someone's let me sign their boob. It's ridiculous. And I'm like,
Yeah, I do that
someone
all the
let me
time.
sign their shirt, and I tell them it's going to be worth less if I sign your shirt. You know that, right? So no one would believe me. So I took a picture of me signing the shirt, because no one would believe me, because I'm just a pixel monkey. Like, I was just like a small part of a bigger thing. But it's crazy that like that happens. But she's so sweet. We love her to death, and we're so glad she came on. Wrap that up, Chief, and stop going off on the tangent. The ADHD non-med. I'm not on my meds.
I like that.
We
hat,
can
though.
see that.
Thank you.
Yes.
This is actually all paper, believe it or not.
Oh shit, that looks nice.
Yeah, I got it in Austin. Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Appreciate it. I think it was like only $30. It was like
Oh.
nice. It's kind of dusty. in the back.
Very nice.
I signed
very nice.
A guy from New York wearing a cowboy hat. It's kind of weird. Usually I wear my Yankee hat, right?
I used to
Who?
wear
I
a
know
cowboy
you're-
hat to junior
What's
high
that?
school. In junior
You did?
high, I'd wear a cowboy hat, but it was a cheetah print. It was the most tackiest shit. But I thought it was so cool.
You like one of those girl bands, like a cheetah girl or something.
Yes, and I wore denim. Oh, I was so gross.
We always cringe when we see that.
Yeah.
I can one up you with that. I'm not one up you with that. I had the mullet. A
Oh,
mullet
you
with the
poor
stripes on the
thing.
side.
Oh man.
Oh my god, like the Long Island douchebag look. Yeah, I had it.
You know what's worse?
I feel your pain, Gothix.
There was something worse than that though.
What was that?
I'm sorry if anyone in here had this hairstyle. The rat tail.
Oh, you're so right.
You had that?
I had a
When
rat
I
tail at
was
one
like
point, yeah.
8, I had a rat tail.
I think it was like 10
Okay.
or 12.
She's right. That is pretty bad. My aunt's brother. It's worse. Like he's in his 50s. Like I was there like up in New York like 5 years ago. He still fucking had it in the 2000s. I'm
Oh
like,
shit. What the
it
no,
was-
no, no, no.
it's So I'm like, dude,
Mind
you're not
you, when I had mine, it was
Guido
like,
shit, man.
like I was 8 years old. Now, mind you, that was like 30 years ago. So
I'm old.
yes, I am.
I'm old.
I'm almost as old as Soda, who's 29.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
wow. 29 for the 15th time.
17, 16,
17
somewhere around
time.
there.
Okay.
I don't know.
Math is hard.
It is.
Oni usually calls me on my math, Gothics, my math and my words.
Yeah.
I'm
I
bad
can't.
at
I mean-
words and mathing.
College
either.
You do
professors,
make
we
it
don't
easy
need
target.
math.
What's that?
I said
It's
you
work-
do make an easy target for it. So
I do, but you know what? I have a thick skin, so I can take it.
I would say you
Oni
take it
used-
on the chin, but you know.
Got
I
it.
don't have a chin. That's why I have this. I don't have a chin.
to read what Unisol says here, he goes, "My sister's uncle's cousin, LOL," and then he says,
What?
"The oldest in here."
That's right. He is old. Unisol is older than me.
How old?
And we might need you to ride the Millennium Falcon. That is not a colloquialism for anything. We're literally doing a May the 4th next year.
This year,
Yeah. And I always said like we're gonna put 2023. Sorry.
oh,
We're gonna put
sure, next
Unisol in an X-wing, and it's gonna be Porkins, and he always says, "Fuck you, I don't look like Porkins," and I go, "You kinda do, but I love you anyway." But we're gonna put him in the Chewbacca seat in the Millennium Falcon and have Moabidi ride in the pilot.
Sweet.
So and then of course, Oni, what is your favorite? Does anyone know Oni's favorite airplane in the chat? Does anyone know favorite military airplane?
The one with wings.
The one
Oh.
with wings. Okay, that's a good. That is a good guess. That is a good guess. But I have a
Give
wrong
the
answer
chat
for you.
give the chat a few moments. You gotta let it catch up.
Yep. So if anyone knows her from the double chin guy, you know, he's got my chin, right? The chin I don't have. Unisol says he has.
Unfortunately, it's one of the planes my branch of the military doesn't get for some freaking reason. It's not what you
Attack
do.
plane, yes.
Bull fucking shit. It's
Blender
dumb. In my opinion, it's
Blender
dumb.
In a TIE fighter, funniest shit ever. What was that saying?
he's trying to say I've ever seen. He fat fingered it.
Yeah, I've
It's
never
supposed to
seen-
be.
okay, there we go.
It's supposed to be based off of Pickle Rick.
Can't see shit without my
I
glasses.
turned myself into a pickle. I'm Pickle Rick.
I'm Pickle Rick. Yeah.
Yo, everything Danny Trejo touches turns to gold. I love that man.
It totally
Yeah.
does. Okay, so like we got enough time. So it is the A10 Warthog, the air tank. That is her favorite, and we're gonna put that in the little Death Star gulls, and she's gonna shoot and destroy the Death Star. So we're gonna put her in full CG regalia. She's gonna have a hat. She's gonna have her mohawk Gothics through the Luke Skywalker helmet.
All right.
Pretty
I'm gonna
badass.
try.
And then
Very
she's gonna destroy the Death Star. So we're gonna
Okay.
do something like. I'm like, you know what? Let's do some CG stuff. I'm pay $1,700 a year for this 3D software, and I'm not using it. So let's do something fun.
Yet.
Yeah. But yeah, we do a lot of comedic stuff. We did a snapper fap with the Avengers and me in an Iron Man suit landing and stuff like that. We
Okay. All right.
comedy shit. So,
Nice. Nice.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Cool.
These guys make it all possible. I wouldn't be able to do it if they didn't do what they were doing. So
I'm
You-
just
you
here
know,
having
like
a
the-
good time.
she knows the pain, like the shout outs and all the stuff, and then going live. She knows. She knows. She
I
gotta
know.
do that stuff. She knows the pain. But anyways, let's see. We go to. Oops, that's the wrong one.
Click, click, click.
There we go. So next subject is the Batman. The Batman.
As you have Ewoks on screen. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Man, I did not
the Batman
see this.
is not releasing in Russia. Shocker. There's a shocker there.
I think they're also banning it in Ukraine because
there's nothing left in Ukraine.
Damn.
there's like a lot.
Too soon.
There's a lot of
Too soon.
stuff. I think Netflix is canceling subscriptions from Russia.
Paramount.
OnlyFans is
Just starve
canceling
'em out. That's what
business
they're
in
doing.
Russia. Well, because the way they're arguing it, although yes, there's the virtue signaling part. There's
That's
also the whole
Sonic the Hedgehog too. And
they're
Paramount.
out of Swift, so it's kind of like the money transfer won't really work. Is how they're, I think, trying to legitimize it.
Mhm.
So I don't even know if the Batman's even that popular in Russia, but I mean,
I don't even
Although
think
I-
they're worried about that.
yeah, I think they're more worried about the
This
conflict.
This is hurting people more than it's hurting the government.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
the
like, what does
problem.
the
A lot of
government care?
a lot of the kids in Russia grew up without the USSR. They don't know anything about that. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, my iPhone won't work. Why? I can't do anything on anything. I can't watch Netflix. What's going on? They have no clue what it was like back, before.
They don't know the struggle.
And USSR didn't dissolve. It's crazy to me. USSR technically didn't fully dissolve until I think 97. I mean, it was really not much before 97, but
They have toilet paper.
it wasn't that long ago. I mean, I remember doing a report. I think I was in 6th grade. Where I was given the country of Serbia. And so I'm like, oh, let's look up the history of Serbia. Let's do a little rundown of what Serbia's like. And, I'm looking back at names like Yugoslavia, and then you're looking at USSR. And
I have a piece of the Berlin Wall somewhere. I literally have a piece.
Pretty
Pretty
cool.
cool.
the owner of
Someone
the
gave it to me.
Oh.
the owner of the
Crazy,
company I
right?
work at is the son of someone who escaped the Iron Curtain, East Germany, immigrated here, then became a business owner. Like he bought a business and basically revitalized it. And then he sold it to his son who runs it now. It's like that's the American dream right there, is to leave a place that you can't change, but you have your family and you're like, I want to do something better for them. I want to give my kids a better hope. These things aren't that distant in history. I mean, crap's sake, we think World War II, World War I were like, gajillion years ago. They really weren't. 20th century had a lot of stuff going on all at once. I mean, we had the rise of aviation. We had the rise of the differences between Marxism and communism and socialism and capitalism. I mean, just all this stuff going on. And my age, we understand what VHS was. So, we have some of that technology, but then we also have, like, the internet. And we have phones that press of a button, you have the entire world at your fingertips. And just by putting all these sanctions on, I part of me is morbidly curious because sometimes I just like watching a train wreck. It's like, how far is this going to go? I'm just kind of entertained at how far this is going to get. But
People
what's it
that
really
don't
going to
learn
do?
from history are doomed to
Are
repeat
doomed
it.
to repeat it.
They're gonna figure it out once they feel it bite their ass. Like everyone has their wake up moment.
Absolutely.
And some people are gonna feel it. And but with this thing specifically, they're trying to, in my opinion, they're trying to get the citizens to fight each other, kind of like what we're doing here.
Mhm.
Because I saw this
Divide and
video. I forgot what politician it was, or maybe I don't know, someone in the Senate. I have no idea. But this guy was like, he was suggesting on the news that Putin should be like killed. And I'm like, well, you're just saying that out in the open. And if you were actually going to do that, like if that was something like some mission, some operation, you wouldn't be publicizing it. So the fact that you're publicizing it makes me think like you're trying to get the citizens to feel a certain way. Because like I even saw there's like photos of other countries where people are smashing Russian-owned stores, like that has any relation. It's literally like BLM all over again.
Right?
Mhm.
It's like, I'm mad. I'm gonna single someone out because of what their countrymen are doing, even though we are naturalized Americans.
Right.
It's stupid.
I think
Or
Russia.
it's like
attacking
that
the
same
wrong one.
mentality. If you win a championship, they destroy us. That city that wins that championship. I'm like, I'm angry for no good reason. I'm gonna go beat up an Asian person. What? Because of the coronavirus, you're gonna beat up an Asian person,
Or
and then
not
you're gonna
just
blame
that.
white people for it?
Not just that. An elderly Asian person.
It's
Elderly.
horrible. It makes me
yeah.
sick.
No, that gets to me because it's someone who's older than you, and you know they can't hurt you that way, so you want an easy target. This is about domination for these
Hey,
people.
wait. Is that Gothix in that shot? That looks like Gothix with Batman.
That's
Oh, you're so nice.
that is her. She would have done a better job.
I
Probably.
think so.
I believe it.
Yeah.
But I heard she
Sorry,
did a
Oni.
good job anyways.
I mean, I'm not really a Batman person. You know,
You're not gonna like.
I think
what's happening next
Doesn't
later.
somebody in here know Batman?
Yeah, I know Batman. Actually.
Yeah.
I don't know those twinkle toes. Not him. I'm not. That's why I don't want to
I
see
will
Batman.
say, I would be willing to give his Batman a chance, but I'm not really a Batman fan. It's just not something that interests me. I feel like his story falls into the trope of, super duper edgelord, and that just doesn't really interest me very often.
His parents were murdered. I'd be an edgelord too. Shit.
I mean, Nightcrawler could have been an edgelord, but he decided to go. He totally went a different direction. He was
Nightcrawler is
also-
his favorite.
Was also raised Catholic. Just saying.
Yep.
Yep.
Almost became the Pope.
Did you
And-
eat meat today, Oni? Did you eat meat today? It's Lent.
I'm not Catholic.
Ah, I thought you were. Never mind.
Since when?
That's right. You're Christian. You're non-denominational Christian.
Yeah, no, I am not Catholic. No, no disrespect to the Catholics in that way. Not Catholic.
Uh-oh, what's that?
Wait. Where is he?
He's gonna do Batman.
Shit.
No.
He broke
It
it.
is so choppy on my end.
No.
Is it Star Wars?
Oh no. He's here.
Hello,
Oh shit.
welcome. I have made my comeback to Laggin out. I knew Gothix was here.
I quit.
She's amazing person.
Hey, what's up, Batman?
That was great. That was great. Oh.
How you doing?
Oh shit.
Yep. So yeah, I heard you really were excited that Gothix was here. Is that true?
Oh no, what's he gonna say?
Oh yes, she'd be a much more attractive Catwoman. She could be my Selena anytime.
What's wrong with your mouth, Batman? Mouth's like all the way over here. What's happening?
This is like 90s Conan.
Okay.
Relax.
All right. Very good.
All right. I have a couple of questions for you.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I don't know
no.
if I'm ready for this.
No one is ready.
Where are your eyes, Batman? I'm very.
I am always in the dark.
Okay.
Don't question where my eyes are.
All right.
Bats aren't blind though.
All right. I'm ready.
How dare you question me?
Shit.
Who do you think was the best Batman?
Oh man. No,
Oh shit! Braided
honestly,
Bandit, welcome to the chat.
honestly,
some
I
horns going.
don't
Hello,
even
Braided Bandit.
know. I think I still like Batman. Was it? Man, I forget which one. If it's Batman.
Do not say Val Kilmer.
No. No. I don't even know who that is. I'm gonna look
Whoa.
it up.
I think he was 90s Batman if I remember.
Let me see.
Yep.
Let me see.
That means I'm old as fuck. That's all
That
that
was
means.
Val
90s
Kilmer was
Batman.
actually
Hey,
the.
yo, Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr.
What'd you say?
Freeze will still have a special place in my heart, okay?
Yeah,
Let's
definitely. Oh, she's looking up.
see. Looking it up.
No looking it up.
No, please.
No looking it up.
I'm looking it up.
You can be my Selena anytime.
Oh no, I don't know about that.
I'm not gonna say I'd bat tap that, but you know.
Selena's. What? You what? Oh man. Yeah, I don't know what this guy's name is.
Gothic,
I
you go
honestly
back
don't-
and like,
You're never gonna come back after this show, huh?
never.
Never ever.
It's gonna be
I
like, I was
feel a
with the
Twitch block coming.
I'm gonna have to circle back. We're gonna circle back.
Oh no.
Okay, there, Jen Psaki.
Oh, the
That's a so
phrase.
non-answer.
Need to circle back now?
Oh
I'm gonna call
gosh.
you Jen Psaki.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Sexual harassment Batman.
Damn,
is
Batman.
Really, really vicious tonight.
Batman on fire.
Michael Braided Bandit says Michael Keaton. I would have to agree. Michael Keaton or Adam West. Adam West.
The
I don't-
original.
Adam West. I love Adam West.
I don't know what to say to that because there's so many people that have weird feelings about Adam West Batman.
Christian Bale. Get the hell out of the lobby. Christian Bale,
Look,
really?
I will definitely say that. Look, horse voice Batman did a good Batman, but my God, the horse voice was horrible.
Don't they all sound like horse voices? I don't know, it just sounds like they all have sore throats.
Yeah. That's,
You know what's horrible? Heroes' opinions on everything.
Oh shit.
That's
Totally.
horrible.
I've got so many opinions.
Opinions are like assholes.
Yeah.
Everybody has one, but heroes stinks the most.
Totally. I dig it.
How do you take a shit in that suit, Batman?
oh, good question.
Oh no.
What a great question. I get this all the time.
Does he?
I have a poop chute in the back.
Like one of
I
those
thought the
little
suit
flaps?
sealed in the flavor, though.
No,
It
please
does
no.
feel
Stop.
like-
No.
Stop
no,
stealing
no,
my
no.
lines, hero.
You took a left
No.
turn.
Oh gosh.
shit.
I hate that show. I really do. I hated that skit.
It really seals in the flavor. But the college humor video was great.
Yeah, the college humor video was bad. Like I
Oh,
couldn't
God,
help but
it's
laugh.
so
It was
great.
like a train wreck.
Oh god.
You know what else is a train wreck? This whole fucking show.
But that's
Chieftain
what you
wasn't
do.
gonna do
That's,
this
that's your
segment, but-
market, though. That right? That's your,
It
that's your
is.
business model.
Yes,
This
it
is our
is.
demographic.
Okay.
It is.
Fantastic.
Hitting on guests so they don't come back. That's
Bruh.
my MO. I am the Batman.
That's fantastic.
Non-politically correct Batman.
I used to do shit like this on my stream. This is so, what do you call it? Nostalgic.
We have never evolved from that.
That's beautiful.
Never evolved.
That's great. That's great.
We devolved from that.
All right.
I don't know if I'd say that because from what I heard, well, if the standard was set by the first season, I haven't had enough bowls yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just a little context so Gothix knows.
Yeah.
Every time we had to do a show season one, like one of the co-hosts would have to smoke 2 bowls before he got on the show
Bro.
and completely ignored the notes and just talked about GTA 5 for about 2 hours.
Whoa.
It also started on Google Hangouts.
Wow.
What the hell is Google Hang, man? I
And
thought I
don't
was
forget-
old.
I hit on Zombie Killer's mom.
Oh shit.
I said I'd bat tap that. That's where the saying comes from.
That's
It has an
true.
origin. It's also canon.
Yep. that's
Trademarked.
canon.
All right, Batman, that's enough for you, dude. We'll see you later.
Oh,
I hope the
God.
Joker kicks his ass.
I'll see you later. Bye.
That was Batman, everybody.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Went back to his
Nice
Batcave.
guy. So nice.
Alfred does not get paid enough.
now that Batman burned that bridge.
Oh. Yeah, he did.
So
Yeah, we can do we do collabs like that with other people all the time. They love that
Nice.
stuff. So if you guys like Batman, you want him to come back, press 1 in the chat, plus 0, and I'll never do it again.
Press
And that's
F
a lot.
for sanity.
Can we do a point
F in the
5?
chat.
So there was maybe point
A
5?
0.5.
look.
What was that? What was that
Even-
saying you kids say? X to doubt?
If I really was going to be honest with you, Chieftain, the whole chat could say 0, and you'd still do it again.
That is
Yeah.
true.
That's probably
That
true.
is true. Because the saying comes out just for that reason. I'm the chieftain, bitch. Watch the vlogs. Right? I'm the chieftain, bitch. I used to yell at people in the Call of Duty chats like that. They go, "Do you want to know who you're playing against?"
Oh, you're one of those?
Yes.
Yes, he
That's why I
is.
don't play anymore. I don't
He
play.
plays
I
the
don't play
character
anymore.
when he's there, and the character never sleeps when he's playing Call of Duty.
I don't play Call of Duty. I haven't played in 3 years. So it's the car.
Well, it's going to be 4 because there's no Call of Duty game this year.
It's
So
not even Call of Duty
Hooray.
anymore. I don't see it as
No.
this Call of Duty. All these new games, I'm like, no, that's not my Call of Duty.
Woo! Woohoo!
What happened? Oh, Unisol resubscribed. Thank you for the resubs, Unisol. I thought you were mad at me. I guess I guess not. I guess you got over that really quickly. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
How did that not hit any? How did we get it to cheat?
Oh, you got a subscription badge, bro.
oh
Got
hey,
the little tri bars there.
That's pretty cool.
What are you?
Yeah, awesome. We do
Totally
have new
unrelated.
emotes there. So thank you for the resub. Appreciate
unrelated, but apparently Elden Ring has outsold Cyberpunk 2077.
I mean, does that also include the returns?
I have no idea. I'm like, yeah, no fucking shit.
Oh.
The game was released
5
at least
subs.
complete.
Thank you so much.
So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Oni. I gotta say,
Gothix, you gotta check out Braided Bandit. She is so fucking cool. She's been my friend for 10 years. And I kind of like begged her to come into the chat. It's like, please come into my chat tonight. You know, so like,
all right.
And she comes in when she can, and I appreciate her too. So thank you, Braided Bandit. I love you. You're awesome.
Look,
She's like my little sister.
I was actually gonna say, look, I've seen quite a few of her streams over the last since I've known she exists. Thanks to you, Chieftain.
I
gotta say it's really cool to actually see her in our chat. I've never seen her in our chat
cool.
before.
Yeah, because that's what we try. We try to like shout out each other because you attract more with honey and vinegar, as you know. So we always when we want to give shout outs to other people, and she's an Apex grinder. She's a professional paintball player.
Wow.
She was one of the first female paintball players to play on the national team. So she's kind of a big fucking deal. She doesn't like to talk about it, but I like to talk her up.
Very
Wow.
nice.
She's pretty awesome. We love her to death. And Hero's like, can she technically still be called Braided Bandit? I'm like, why? He's like, because I haven't seen her in braids in months. And I'm like, yeah, she's technically Braided Bandit because everything was locked down. She couldn't get her hair braided. But now that she's pro again, she's getting her hair braided in
Why
badass
couldn't she
mode.
just call her connections like Nancy Pelosi?
Damn.
Oh God.
They betrayed her. What do you mean?
So please
Yeah, what was
tell me someone
that?
gets this reference.
What was that?
What was what?
That was like
That
an evil, like Nancy Pelosi did this in the State of the Union. It's like an evil thing. Like I have all the control in the world, and she didn't know whether she's drunk half the time, Gothix.
Bro.
So she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. She's a fucking alcoholic. She does this all the time, and like she does this. I'm like,
We're
what
gone.
are you doing, you dumbass?
It was nice knowing you.
I don't know what that was. Do you know what that was, Gothix?
I know, right?
I heard it
That
was
was
sign
cringe,
language
is what it was.
from someone. Someone said it was sign language, but then people were like, "No, that's incorrect." And then I got worried because I was like, I saw like these.
She had a stroke or some shit.
I mean, that it could be possible. It could be that as well. But like, I saw one of these like socialist meetings with a bunch of like socialists getting together, talking about whatever, and they didn't clap because of sensory overloaded people. So they
I
did
remember
something
that.
else.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wow.
So I'm thinking, is she? That's what I'm thinking. Like, are you starting this new shit? Like, no.
Yeah, I saw that. It was like a socialist reunion, and like before they even got started, they had all these rules. I'm like, please don't be loud. We have a quiet room over here.
Yeah.
Make sure you're using I saw that's the video you're referring to, right, Gothix?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then isn't that the one where the person ran up to the mic and started yelling, and they were like, personal point of privilege or something like that?
Right. Point of privilege. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
I have no idea. But did you like? First of all,
I don't speak full artard, so I don't know what that is.
oh wait, no.
Wow.
I think it was the second guy that ran up to the mic. Yeah, in the video, there's someone that sounds like heavily just like out of breath. They're like, don't use gender pronouns like during the meeting. I'm like, this is the most unproductive meeting I have ever seen in my life.
Oh God.
It sounds like that meeting in Parliament where they couldn't get jack shit done because they were making sure everybody knew each other's pronouns.
I want to be known by adjectives: handsome, gorgeous, intelligent. That's fine.
Yeah.
I want to be known by adjectives, not pronouns.
And then throw a tantrum when no one refers to you by those pronouns, because that's how
Right,
it works.
exactly.
Oh yeah. There's actually a video out there about some weird activist gathering in a Texas college that I just saw today.
Texas?
And
What?
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I
And these
tried,
people
yeah.
were just screeching at the top of their lungs. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And they were screeching about pronouns.
Yeah.
That'd be the
Yeah.
younger generation, because the older generation is pretty chill down here. So
Yeah, no, it's the young, it's
Yeah.
the younger ones. There's that person that was screaming in that video. They said they're 17 in another
God.
video.
Like, what
They
are
don't
you
even know
doing
what
in the
they're
college
talking about.
campus?
I don't know what they're
What
talking
are you
about.
doing talking about social anything?
This is-
Political science major? Excuse me, what?
Yeah, no, you don't even know what you're talking. Can't even barely like put a shirt on correctly. But like, I'm looking at this
Hold
and
on,
I'm
let
like,
me check my tag real quick. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna
the gender studies major.
Fight me.
here's the bandit voiceover for you.
I'm from New York. Fucking fight me.
ah, shit.
He's a bad bitch.
I don't think
She has
I've
the I love New
Bandit
York logos
lately.
in there. But go ahead. What are you saying, Gothix?
No, well, someone just mentioned gender studies, and by the way, I have a friend that said that she went to gender studies in her university because she just needed a credit, but she said it actually made her
Sounds like
more.
one of my classes.
She said it made her more right leaning. I'm like,
Wow.
It sounds like what
It did
happened when
the
I went to
opposite.
college. Now, mind you,
Uh,
college for me was like 15 years ago, unlike these two brainlets over here that teach it, so they get it every day.
it took me 15 years to get my degree, so you got to add that on top of that, then you can
Oh,
figure
yeah,
my age
yeah.
out.
So,
Those are rookie numbers, bro. I did my 3-year grad school in 2.5 years. Get on my level.
I'm sorry. It was my second master's. My second master's took me. I was supposed to take
Jesus
3 to 4
Christ.
years.
Okay.
It took 6
I was in
years.
San Francisco, Gothix. I wanted to get the fuck out. That's the only reason why I was taking summer classes.
San Francisco
Every
wants to
other
get the
day
fuck
there was a
out.
fucking protest. It was fucking annoying.
Don't they have lives? Like
No.
that sounds like a job.
no, right? But anyways, I when I went to college,
I got a
at
story
15
with really quick. What's that anti like that vegan organization?
PETA? No.
PETA was in Union Square. I
kill
wore
more
a
animals.
Bush Cheney hat, a leather jacket, leather shoes, and was eating a cheeseburger and walked right in the middle of the PETA thing and go, "This is fucking delicious," and I'm eating it, and they're looking at me like. And they're looking at me like they saw like a unicorn or some shit.
Yeah.
I expect a better reaction. Like the Gothix would be like, "Oh, that's amazing."
No, I mean,
So
But go ahead.
Fun fact. Sorry.
go ahead.
No, it's totally unrelated to anything except unicorns.
Uh-oh.
all right.
Anyways, are we gonna get a history of unicorns now?
Very nice.
No, but just to note, the unicorn is the national animal of Scotland.
I wonder why.
Is it really?
I shit you not. It's on their heraldry, but yes, the unicorn is the animal of Scotland.
Oh.
Wow.
I heard
Alrighty.
that they were discovered in North Korea because Kim Jong-un said he's actually seen them.
Oh.
That's factually wrong because unicorns in the
You
West
think?
are not the unicorns of the East, and I can
Oh,
tell
here we
you
go.
why.
Oh no, here we go.
No.
Hold on, let me go get my notebook. Hold on, it's going to be a long
Are
one.
you
No,
appropriating
it won't.
unicorns?
No, it won't. No, it won't. So,
Hold on, go ahead. I'm
unicorns of the West tend to be based with horse-like features, although they have goat hooves for some reason.
That's racist.
Yeah.
I don't know
come on,
why.
kid.
It doesn't get my goat. It doesn't get my goat. And they also usually have like
Not
a
much
goat-like
does.
tail, like a little. But anyways, they were supposed to be seen as like this creature that only showed up to like the most pure of heart, usually of a virginal woman. You know, some holy image shit. Really popular images for tapestries. Well, in the East, totally different because way cooler in my opinion. Why? Because these were called Kirin or Keeling, and they would bless the just and smite the wicked. And also, allegedly, they were so peaceful they would only like drink water off of the dew of leaves in the early morning. And, you know, all that really poetic shit. But basically, it was one of the balances
Poetic
of
shit.
like dragons, phoenixes, and turtles. So it's kind of like part of this whole thing. But they're way cooler in the East, in my opinion, because again, I like the sense of justice, where you know
That's racist.
you see something bad going on, you just crush the
Just
enemy.
my mic.
But that's just me. So yeah, now information you never needed to know: Scotland's national animal is the unicorn.
All right, Scotland.
Yeah, there you go. And Unisol is Scottish. He goes, watch with the Scottish shit.
Part Scottish, yeah. Also, Braveheart technically inaccurate as a movie
I thought he was
because
Thor. I thought Unisol looks like Thor from the new video game.
The God of War
Thor's
Thor.
big. Thor's a big, strong man.
The God of War Thor that looks kind
He's
of
not
like
Chris
a fat dude.
Hemsworth Thor.
Oh.
Hey, whoa. Also, Thor was a god of fertility, so kind of makes sense, okay?
Yeah.
He says
Yeah.
he just has a Thor ass. That's what he said in the chat.
Sweet.
Oh,
That's TMI.
oh shit.
That's TMI.
Yeah, very much TMI. Anyways,
Yeah.
Picture.
Anyways,
All
story.
right.
so you were talking about gender studies. Yeah, gender studies.
Gender
Scott.
studies.
So-
General studies.
Genderal, not general, but anyways, probably not a word. About 15 years ago, maybe 16 or 17 years at this point. Shit. I did go to a class that was probably gender studies before it was actually called gender studies. It was called gender communications, and I got to learn all about how much of an asshole I was at the age of 23.
Hooray! I
Sounds
don't need a
about
class
right.
for
And
that.
the greatest part about it was the teacher was a newly divorced, middle-aged, not so healthy woman.
Oh.
No hate, of course, but all the hate to her personality. She made it clear that she was a man-hater. She made it clear every step of the way what she thought of all the males in the class. I,
So she's-
rightly so, made an excuse every time she started her lecture to walk out and then come back just on time to hear what the assignment was, just so I could fake my way through it, because my God, she made every step of that class painful.
You understood the assignment. No.
So she was teaching a class about communication.
Gender communication.
It doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
I don't even know what that is.
That's called give a teacher a paycheck.
That'd be
for a
like
bullshit
race
class.
communication. Like, how do you speak
Race
to black people? You know, like, how do you?
don't
Can I teach that?
I can tell you how to speak to
I'm
black
not teaching
people.
any college
Nope,
classes
not
the
going
next
there.
7 weeks because facts.
You know what I did as an extra class? I took a prop making class. That's what I
Sounds
did.
fun.
Look, the problem
was.
with that class
It was
was
a
that
lot
it
of
was a
fun.
required credit. I did not
Oh,
have an
hell
option.
no.
I did
I
not have a fucking
refused.
option.
What I need to know what the assignments were.
Right?
Right?
Like they
They were
Curious.
all there.
Punch yourself in the balls 3 times and write about it. That's your assignment.
It felt
for
like
next
it.
Class in
It
gender
really
studies.
felt like it, Chieftain. It really felt like it. But I don't know if you'd know the difference. You wouldn't have felt it.
Oh, another shot at my
Whoa.
neuropathy and my nerve damage.
Damn.
Sorry.
Should we talk about?
not really.
Should we talk about yours? Should we talk about some of your medical issues?
Oh, I mean,
That's
sure.
what I thought. Okay.
I mean,
I'll keep
sure, we
quiet
can talk
that
about
because
them.
I'll take the higher road here. with you.
Sure you will.
We can talk about my health issue. It's called being a heartless bitch.
Whoa.
Is there a cure for that? How do you,
No.
How do you do
No.
that?
I can't hit the clip
It's
button
called-
fast enough. Stop.
You know what the cure for that is, Gothix? The cure for that is just open your mouth and let it go. She does it all the time, and I love every second of it.
Yeah, she used to actually be quiet, Gothic. She used to be very
What
quiet. Now
happened?
she's like, she saw
around
Mr.
cheating.
Smith Goes to Washington, and she learned what a filibuster was.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, I got more comfortable in front of a camera,
There we
and
go.
I don't have a lot of friends, so
I create a monster. I created a
no, I did it myself. I'm just more comfortable in front of
You just got to
people I care
understand
about.
that no matter how you break this down, Chieftain, she is still the monster that we love.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I always have these things. If I ever meet her in person, she won't even give me a hug. She'll just kick me in the nuts as hard as she possibly could. Like I have that I had that legitimate fear with Zombie Killer. Like when I met her in person, it's like this bitch is gonna kick me in the nuts. Like the shit she's been putting up with for the last 7 years. She's gonna kick me in the nuts. So I'm wearing a cup just in case. Never kick me in the
I mean,
nuts.
if it helps you sleep better at night, we're not in the same time zone, so it's a little more difficult for me to hit you.
Yeah, it's a challenge. Yeah.
I have a friend that I met through Twitch, and every time we greet each other, it's weird because he's like, I'm a natural hugger, but he'll be like, whoa, 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 whoa. He'll do this.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, give me a hug. And he'd be like, nah, I can't, because we can't trust people out here. Like, as he's talking about like people that falsely accuse of like Me Too and stuff like that.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my
Yeah.
God.
He legit, he's like, no, I don't want to, no, but I'll hug him anyway. I'd be like, come here. But yeah.
You ever see Upload? They have like these little beacons on their chest. It's from so that way when two people are being intimate, they go, I consent to this, and there's like a little beacon, so that way they can't accuse each other of sexual assault. I'm like, this is like a future like thing. It's like a little buzzer.
Wow.
I'm like,
I didn't even
I'm like,
think
that's
about
what we're
that.
getting to. I know it's fiction, but that's where we're getting
that's
to.
what we're getting to. We're getting to shit.
I'm
like
a hugger
Yeah,
too, but
because Oni's a
Gothic's-
hugger. Like Oni's a big hugger, I think too. Right?
I love to hug too, but I didn't even think about what Gothic said. Like, I hugged the wrong person. Me
Yeah.
too. Oh my
I've
god,
heard-
I didn't even think about that.
I've heard some stories. Yeah. I really feel for like, especially guy content creators. Nah. It's,
Yeah, no,
You know,
they-
hey, it's
Because
just
they don't
like
even
with,
need evidence. They just need an accusation, and their life is ruined. Their whole
You know what
character.
the new thing is too is like the goalpost always moves for sensitivity and stuff like that, and so even like sexual assault, like now the goalpost is always moving. So now people will be like, so and so sent me a dick pic. Okay, delete it or say thank you. Like what is the
Or laugh at it.
What are we talking about here?
I knew someone was gonna be talking from experience with that.
Well, for me, I've gotten lots of those pictures. There was one time I actually gave it attention. It's because
Sorry,
the guy sent me a photo
Wrong
of his balls, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna Photoshop this. So I photoshopped it
no!
into different images. You know, Mars
You
Attacks.
put googly
Remember that
eyes
movie?
on them.
Yeah.
yes,
Mars Attacks.
I already know where this is going.
Yeah. I have a whole catalog of just like, yep, you send me this, and I had art time.
I know
That's
of
funny.
people who who have said that they've done things like that, and she actually says that some of them she's kept, and it's become a wall of shame, and she's got a website out there that is the wall of shame.
Oh god.
Now, I will say, part of me with that, of course, part of me is, I laugh at that because it is funny. But part of me also goes, if we want to take it this way, and I'm not saying we should, I'm just putting this out there as devil's advocate, but that whole revenge porn subject, if a woman sent photos of herself to somebody, is that any different than a guy who sends photos of himself to somebody? Or is it different for some guys because they kind of just share the same photo? I don't know. I don't really want to know from personal experience. I'll just listen through the grapevine on this one, and I'll take you guys' word for it. It just I get curious about that because that is technically personal information, and if it's not being shared anywhere, I totally understand. But when you make a website of someone's private parts, even though no one really identifies people from their private parts unless there's like some really identifiable thing.
As Chappelle said, he had some what would they say about Michael Jackson? He had some he had some work done? He had glitter on his pubic hair or some shit like that. And I'm like, oh my god, that's too much information. Chappelle did a whole thing on that. But what you have to do, this is what you have to do. So if you're sending a dick pic and it's coming up from the camera, what you do is you take the photo, you put it in Photoshop, and you blur your face out. And when you blur your face out, then you send it there. And before you send it, you add like an inch or two, and then you send it out. That's what you do. That's what I heard. So
this coming from the guy who is amazing at graphics arts and graphics design type stuff, I can already tell where this is going.
He sends
look
them
at my
to me all
promo
the time.
pics. I look like I'm fucking 25.
He sends me a picture of his dick all the
I
time. He's like, "Can you
airbrushed
fix
the
this?"
fuck out of my face. I got a face.
I haven't even looked 25 yet. I still don't look 25. I'm not 25.
You'll get there someday.
I think the struggles are different. They're hard for different people. So I was just talking about this. Princess Dramey is one of our favorite streamers. So she has an opposite problem. Like what she does, she screen grabs these trolls and puts it on a live and reads it out for everybody. It's fucking funny.
Oh yeah.
Like the shit that they say is hilarious.
Oh yeah,
so
it's
I'm kind of like the bizarro version of Princess Jamie. I don't get any chat. I don't get anyone commenting on me. No one thinks I'm attractive, and I get no attention. So it's the same. It's a different type of struggle with female streamers. It's you get too much attention from assholes. For ugly streamers that are extremely talented, like myself, I'm just kidding. But you get streamers like me and anyone that's like me that like are just regular guys, and we don't get the attention. It's just as hard both ways. So like someone says, oh, you like guys say, oh, you have it easy. You can show your tits and da 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 da. Like that's the guy argument that they're bitter. It's like, no, they're not going to watch you because they're going after the female streamers. That's what they're doing. You're not going to get the people that are watching the female streamers for that reason to watch you. It's not going to happen, dude. Just get over yourself. Do good content, find your niche, do what you love, and it'll happen. Like you said before we started streaming Gothix, it will happen. Yeah. Like it'll happen. You be yourself, you find your group, and you found your group, you got partnered. Yeah. You know, and you get boom, you're on YouTube, you get 400 viewers because you're yourself, you're authentic.
Oh, I'm just gonna cut in real quick.
Anybody, right?
We gotta
I don't pander to anybody. I refuse to pander. I don't do that.
I'm love to our chat here.
Yeah,
please, because I can't see them.
Sorry, I don't mean to talk over you guys, but
no, you're fine. You're fine. So for starters, Unisol here says Gothix can hug me. I can't blame him.
He's such a creep.
But he then goes on and says depends on who wants the attention. I think he was talking about attention grabbing back there. Once you share it, is it really private? He's got a point.
Right.
For a turnip, you are 25. We already know who that's to and who that's from.
That's racist.
And then
that's a callback.
Unisol there says so he's confirming that you do send dick pics there, Chief.
I do.
Send them to me to clean up.
I do. I like to see those pics because I know they're not me. I do reverse searches. I do reverse searches. I'm like, oh, you're fake. You're fake. Go to Google reverse search. They think I'm fucking stupid. I'm going to do a reverse search on you, chick. It's not you. Stop sending me fake pictures.
Oh, good.
They think all them Russians trying to get over here, huh?
Right? It was really bad with that stuff. Like you get like random emails back in like the late 90s and 2000s from Russian chicks coming over here. Oh my God, that was horrible. I don't know if you ever got No Soda because you're as old as I am, but that
29.
That was so cringe. I'm like, there's no way a chick that's an 11 that's going to comment like that. There's no way.
See, I'd always get the Nigerian prince emails.
Yeah.
You know, I've met a lot of those through emails. I'm still owed billions of dollars. I don't know when I'm getting the check.
You know, it's going to be in a Twitch dono or stars on Facebook or something. Like
well,
that,
Twitch is going to take 50%, so it doesn't matter anyway.
At least.
Yeah.
That and taxes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Uncle Sam's got to get his 10 pounds of flesh.
Wow.
What about tariffs? Is that gonna maybe inflation? Is that gonna affect it anyway?
Oh yeah, definitely. That inflation will add about 10 pounds to the Russian bride.
Is it also going to be in cryptocurrency or is it going to be NFT?
Well, for Russia, probably crypto.
Can we go with a show without talking about fucking NFTs?
No.
Jesus. I don't know what they are, and I hate them.
I'm an NFT. I'm literally an NFT right here. Anybody?
You are. Soda is a living NFT.
That's right.
Yes, he is. Believe it or not, that's how he teaches. He teaches as an avatar online.
Really?
He does. Yeah. And he won.
I go to meetings like
Can I mention this? But he won Online Instructor of the Year and accepted his award as an avatar.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
It's fucking great.
That's how they know me.
He's a really good instructor. He's like the best instructor at the school I teach at. So
that's great.
Yeah.
And they have. I was gonna say something really inappropriate. I'm glad I didn't because it would have been rude as hell.
Doubt it.
Oh, and you stopped yourself?
Right.
That's unusual.
I didn't.
Do you got a
didn't think
temperature
it'd be
on
right.
Okay.
Do I need to send you some herbal tea?
Okay, fine. This is what I was gonna say, and they are some of the dumbest students I've ever heard about.
And she's also correct.
That's fair.
I don't know if it's dumb. They're just lazy. Kids are lazy nowadays. Like, if kids ever went through what I went through for my master's, they wouldn't make it past the first week. It's just like
I went to a private art school, and it was basically like a boot camp. So I was like, this is what's going to happen when you work on a film. You're not going to sleep. They told us don't get married.
What?
They told us don't get married, don't have kids.
What?
And I took that advice. So I didn't get married, and I don't have any kids that I know of.
We'll go with that.
So yeah, they actually said that to the students.
Wow.
Yeah. So when we went out and got a job, and like, oh, it was so much easier.
Yeah.
Like, 60 hours a week? That's fucking nothing.
I
was
am
doing 80 in
sorry
school.
to inform you, Unisol, that is not true. They're allowed cell phones in basic training now.
Oh, wow.
Fuck that.
What?
And I also just got a cramp in my leg. Fuck me. Shit. Oh, crap.
There's another
Fuck.
Twitch clip.
Actually, when I got my master's, they told me for each class I needed to set aside 40 hours a week. So if you can imagine taking 3 classes, that's 120 hours. You don't sleep much.
I took 18 credit hours, 3-hour course. There were 3-hour courses, and sometimes they were twice a week. And I was working as an RA. Oh my god!
It was horrible.
Where's her? I'm so afraid to get to her shot. I'm always gonna screw it up. See, I always screw it up. I gotta click through this shit. There she is.
Okay.
She's on the floor.
Okay.
Man down. Man down. Man down.
I'm good. Blind.
I misgendered you. Oh no! There you
Okay,
go
I
on
swear.
Twitter.
I swear, I'm just trying to. I got a reel on my leg now. Okay, it's fine. I can't tell if it was
Okay,
like my foot or
Unisol,
my
I will
calf.
concede that point, good sir. They would not
Okay,
get through your basic training. Hell, I probably wouldn't have made it through. Fucking abusive bullshit they put you through.
Oh yeah, back then, I watched.
I'm
a
pretty
guy on
sure
YouTube.
at this point, I'm pretty sure that Unisol is actually Gomer Powell just in disguise.
I wouldn't fuck with Unisol.
I'm just playing with him because I know he's gonna fuck with me back whether I like it or not.
He's got the Stone Cold Steve Austin double knee brace thing. I don't fuck with people with 2 knee braces.
Kyle
He'll
Powell,
fucking
I'm
stun me,
sorry.
like stunner. And that's it. I'm done.
Hey, Stone Cold's coming back for WrestleMania. Just saying.
Is he?
I'll believe it when I see
I
it.
always wanted to do a run-in.
It's in Texas. Why wouldn't he? He's down here in Victoria. He's only got to drive a couple hours. He's there.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I mean, gas is expensive,
That
so.
is true.
Yeah.
It's gonna be even worse.
It went up 20 cents in one day here in
I
Florida.
told my brother too. I was like,
It
they're
did.
getting-
Yeah, I saw it. I went into work one day. It was one price. I was leaving work the same day, and it was 20 cents more expensive. And I'm like,
Yeah, dark.
go fuck yourself.
Yeah, we're funding the war. We're buying that oil so that way he can attack another country. So
Pretty much.
whatever. We can't
Even though we
fucking
have
drill
a-
here because like President Potato won't allow us to drill on federal lands.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I took Hero's line there, President. I call him President Poopy Pants. I have a low bar with presidents. I just want them to speak in complete sentences and not fall asleep. I mean,
I have a favorite
That's where
So
I'm
president.
at
I would
right now.
prefer that they actually make sense when they speak.
I am
have a-
working on my Biden, so I will be doing.
I have a
Biden.
favorite
I can just fall
president.
asleep on camera, but
My favorite president that I know of, because obviously, I mean, you know, there's a lot of information out there that I haven't even looked at yet. But so far, I have determined that my favorite president was probably Theodore Roosevelt.
Calvin Coolidge.
Because, for starters, he got shot while giving his speech and told them to wait. He was going to finish his speech before he went to get medical attention. He was one of the Texas Rough Riders back in the day, and this is one of those units that was like, hey, we don't care what color, creed, nationality you are, you're going to help us fight. And they're like, yo, we're about that life. Obviously, he started the movement for basically environmentalism, you know, having national parks, having national forests, preserving what makes America so beautiful, aside from the people in it, but, you know, the many biomes we have.
We're gonna make gaming great again. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great. The independent developers have really stepped up.
But also, Theodore Roosevelt had a really tough life. I mean, like, he smiled a lot and he had a great mustache, but his life was not easy, you know? He lost his first wife, and he and his eldest daughter had a really rough relationship because she kind of was bitter to him for a while, but he still persevered, and I really respected that. So that's why he's my favorite. But you know, there's also lots of other presidents, lots of other cool gifts. But that has nothing to do with here nor there. What is the chat doing?
Nothing.
nothing. Well, that's a little bit more subtle than. Please be quiet.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
There's the finger.
bird.
There's
You
the
don't
finger.
normally have to
You're-
work so hard to get that middle finger.
You're just jealous that I know certain things.
Oh, damn.
Huh?
No, you're a plethora of useless knowledge. Like even more.
Oh
than
yes,
me.
I am. Yes, I am. At least I know what species you are, that you would be in Star Wars.
That's right, you do, and I look like Sam the fucking Eagle, even in Star Wars. So thank you very much for that. That was my nickname in college, Sam the Eagle.
I'm just a bearded bastard, so.
Okay, Icelick says, that's why I love DeSantis as my governor. He speaks so well. He does. I met him. He knows me by face. Unfortunately, he knows my mother.
Oh,
and he actually had a conversation with her during a Linking Day dinner. Quick story, and we're going to move on because we're kind of deviating. But he's like, she goes, this is before like he knew Trump. And he goes, why is he like that? He goes, my mom goes, he's from New York. That's how we talk. And he's like, he's going to say what's on his mind, and that's how it is. And then I think DeSantis was taking notes from my mom, because all of a sudden now, like, Big Daddy DeSantis is now like saying basically, fuck you to college kids. Take your mask off, you idiots.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that he does that. And he's a good guy, too, because he's pretty nice. He was my congressman, too. So.
He could just be tired of the bullshit. And he's like,
oh, yeah.
right.
He totally is. He's like
seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like him down here. He does what he says. He's just
good.
He says this is fucking stupid. We're gonna redraw the lines and give you guys 2 more Congress people for the House. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I love that. Because now I was telling you before, I was like, I'm working on my friend's candidate. She's now gonna be my House rep if she wins. I'm like, yes, we might have a Laggin out connection to build a studio. I hope, please, Jesus. So we're actually seriously like looking into. We have a couple investors. We're gonna actually have a studio. So we'll fly you down from where you live, and you can come in and sit in with us maybe next time if we didn't like scare you away in this one. But
No,
you're gonna log out, block, soda. Block.
No, you're pretty much a badass. So like,
okay.
I get a good read from you.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I approve.
All right.
And she's secretly looking around like, do they have spies on
that.
me right now?
Because Black Lives Matter, so you better say that. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I'm pulling that card.
Hashtag no lives matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told people a story about Italians in Louisiana being no, they were actually, because some Italians are very dark, and they got misconstrued as black people, and they were lynched and hung in Louisiana. It's totally true.
Oh.
So like my people were actually strung up too, but we don't talk about it, but because it's not the proper narrative. So if that's okay. My brother got accused of being Mexican.
Wow.
He was actually on his honeymoon, and he started speaking Spanish. He's got more of a darker color to him, and I'm more Northern Italian, blue eyes. So they started speaking Spanish to him. He's like, dude, I'm Italian from the United States. I don't know anything in Spanish. I took Latin in high school, but I'm sorry, I don't know what you're saying. So it's weird. Like people will just like put you in that box.
Yeah.
So it's fucking stupid.
Yeah. It's the whole race topic is stupid in general.
Yeah,
I think so too. It's like
it's funny because I was watching something on TikTok. Go ahead. Sorry.
Let me mute that mouth.
Yeah, we have the mute a mouth function in the chat, guys. So if you want
I got plenty.
me to
I
shut
can mute
up for
the
5
rest,
minutes,
no, I'm just kidding.
do it.
I was just going to say a lot of people didn't even care about race until like maybe 10, 15 years ago. I mean, I've never been that, and I've never known anybody really that was a racist until they threw it on everybody. So
It's because of Obama.
yeah, I was going to say that, but I didn't want to.
I'll say it all day.
Let me be clear.
Yeah.
Let me be clear. That's what he says. Let me be clear.
Too well. Too well.
Also, people saying that race doesn't exist, and yet then they say race exists. Actually, yes, it does, because the human genome has proven the different traces of where humanity has come and gone. There are a lot of genetic markers, which are important to the whole history of humanity. Yes, we are different. That's what makes us really interesting, is that everyone has a story. Also, with all due respect, when it came to like
taking notes, what's going on?
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing.
Every time she speaks, I have to take notes. Otherwise, she calls me out on something.
No, I won't.
It's an illusion, though. Race is an illusion.
I believe you, yes.
Jedi mind trick
It's
people.
like I
man.
tell my
That's what they
students,
do.
I don't care what color you are. You're an artist to me. So I mean,
Exactly.
The reason he says that, and he can say that, is because he's actually an AI.
I am. I'm in the Matrix. So
Are you sure you aren't just the Matrix?
I may be.
Oh.
You
Do
all
not
can-
adjust your assets. I am the horizontal. I am the vertical.
Don't get me started on that. What are you talking forever?
Yeah. Do we
Chief
want to
and I'll
talk about
take notes.
Nintendo?
Yes, we
the
do.
Steam, by the way, the Steam Deck did drop, and there's like already controller drag on it, but that was not in our topic. But, there's already giant issues with it. It runs too hot.
Oh wow! I'm so shocked. And who was it that was saying that you thought the Steam Deck was going to be a complete success? Hang on. Who was that?
Who did?
That was me.
Oh.
Yes, it was.
That was me. I will be the big enough to admit when I'm wrong, but I will celebrate it and scream it at the rafters when I'm correct.
It's just. I mean, as funny as it is, kind of tragic that everyone kind of saw this shit coming, though. Like,
except me, because I'm an idiot. But
Nah, Chief, I'm gonna come into
you're
your
being
court
optimistic.
here. I'm gonna come into your court here and say that while I
let me
might
beat myself up. God damn it!
No, damn it! I ain't gonna let you do that. Look, I definitely had my doubts, and I voiced my opinion that I did not think that I thought that there might be trouble coming when it came to the Steam Deck. But I will say that I definitely could have been swayed that it. Well, no, I just straight out said it. I think it would be great competition against the Switch, except that I had concerns, and Steam, Valve has a track record.
I mean, if Steam wants to send us each a copy of their Steam Deck, we'll test it out.
Yeah, I'm all about that. We used to be able to get. We used to get from when I did South by Southwest. We had a bunch of people give us free shit, and I did giveaways for that. So, because anyone that gives me stuff, I'm like, I don't need anything. I'd rather just give it to like chatters or you guys, and like I don't need any of the tchotchkes. I don't. The only thing I like is my grift ball that no one else can get. So everyone has like these. Everyone, you know, every streamer's got
show
like
us this grift ball, because I've heard of this grift ball.
Everyone's got the Funko Pops and like, you know, the purple people with the purple. We have me and Gothix. We got the fancy lights and stuff like that. But like,
I just got my guns.
But I can't reach. But I don't know if you can see it. Let me. If I do this, can you see it right there?
No, I do see it. That thing is black, so it kind of blends in with your background.
It's actually military green, but yeah, it's like a plush pillow, and it looks like a bomb from Halo. So and only like a couple of hundred were made, and I know my friend was like begging me, he's like, "Can I have it?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can have it for $25,000." Like because she has everything Halo, because she was at 13 she was a beta tester for the original Halo.
Oh yeah, you were mentioning her.
Yeah, Pink, yeah, she's like she could basically like go take a shit and she gets sponsored. It's amazing. She's got like this crazy skill of like networking. I've never seen. She graduated with a GED, which proves that education in the United States is bullshit, because she's very, very smart.
Me too, baby. Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, GED is just as
Good
in my
enough
opinion.
diploma for Gothics. The good enough diploma. GED.
Hey, actually,
GED, respectable,
Gothix,
very respectable.
Since we met, there was the grift ball. I don't know why this triggered this thought. I really liked your short.
She should have a grift ball.
I really like.
Awesome,
dude. Chieftain, shut up. I really liked your little segment, that short that you did about the grift cycle. I thought that was hilarious. I loved it.
Yeah, I have to put it up, and you know, it actually pissed off a lot more people. So a lot more people from Twitch started making videos about me. I'm like, thank you.
I know, I saw your video.
Was that not your plan? Was that not your grift?
That video, like I was clapping back at someone that is on Twitch, but I did that video months ago. I just took it from my Twitter account and re-uploaded it to YouTube. And I guess people saw it that just don't like me, and they're like, let's talk about her. And I'm like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like that's the haters pay more attention to you than the fans do, and they don't realize that the self-fulfilling
prophecy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Self-fulfilling prophecy. That they don't realize that just makes you more popular.
Well, Gothic had her diagram. You
Exactly,
got your diagram
Universal.
with your circle.
got the diagram, got the circle of grift. Like,
Got the t-shirt.
I'll go to some people's channels and they'll have like 20 videos about me. It's like, are you okay? Like, dude, what happened? What happened?
That's how you know you made it, though.
It's just weird.
I find
and
it
then,
so
like,
bizarre.
And then people will come at me too. Like my latest video, it's always like when people like they like to slander, like that's their thing.
Yeah.
So if they'll be like, oh, Gothix is transphobic, I'll be like, okay. And
does she have a meme?
Sometimes I just lean into it because it's like, okay, tell me now can we next topic? Like,
right.
Let me take a guess at this, Gothix. If somebody decides that they are one way or another, you don't give a flying fuck. Okay, I love you all the same. You are a sweetheart. You do you. So let's talk about video games.
Yeah.
Like that segue.
Great segue. We're gonna call you Segue Sam. We got like a someone said you should tell them about Reddit, Gothix. Ice Lick 1 said.
Oh,
is that one of your peeps?
No,
yeah, that's one of her.
Yeah, it's Ice Lick's one of my peeps. The Reddit post where someone made an
He's
entire
awesome.
Subreddit of me being a conservative plant for Gothic people. Yeah. It's a whole section. And they like, yo, she's all right. She's getting paid. I don't know how she got all that money for her equipment. She must be getting paid by conservatives. I'm like,
wow.
I have a savings account.
Right.
You
work.
I have someone I follow on TikTok that you might like. Gothix. Her name is it used to be called Conservative Goth, but now her name is Ms. Goth because you can't have the word conservative in your name on TikTok anymore.
Get out of here.
Because it's strict. But she owns her own salon. And she is like she does the whole goth thing, right? Dark makeup, but she's like very soft spoken. She's like, "What do you mean? Goth people believe in small government and get off my back. That's what the goth lifestyle." Like she explained it to them because she was getting hate from dudes and like other like toxic women.
Yeah.
That were saying like, "Well, if you should be a liberal if you're goth." I'm like, that he's like, no, and she explained what goth was because I didn't know.
Yeah,
like I know like goth came out when I was in high school. It's been around for like 30 years.
It's too. They take it too freaking serious. Even in high school,
I know they do.
People would come at me in high school like, "You don't listen to the proper Gothic bands." I'm like, I don't give a shit. Fuck you. Like, I'll do what I want.
Right.
All right.
You listen to whatever the fuck you want to listen to. Like,
yep.
Whatever.
Yeah, how about
like,
don't tell me what I should do in order to fit the boxes.
That's exactly what they're doing now with everything else. Everything that has to do with identity, you have to fit a certain template.
Right.
Which is so funny. It's like, what about those of us who don't fit in a specific box? What about us?
Trust me, I've tried with Tony. It don't fit.
Giggity, giggity, gig.
Oh God, no!
Oh God, come on!
I am.
You know, I mean, my dad even said, "Look, you do whatever you need to do to get where you need to go in life," but it always felt wrong to me. It always irritated me, and it still does. That it feels like I'm denying half of who I am, half of, what makes me me, and so. In certain government forms, not until like the last couple of years did you see mixed as an option, or you can select however many boxes fit, the description. Some of them wouldn't have that. It was literally only you must select one box, and it's like, but I'm not just one of these boxes. And neither one is more important than the other. They're both important because I wouldn't be here without them. So I find it funny because, a lot of people are not just pure, fit in whatever you want to put there. Purity is this thing that we keep trying to get to, and it's like, humans kind of fucked that up a long time ago, and yet we still haven't gotten the message apparently. So
they didn't understand the assignment.
No, they did not. And once you start, I'm gonna.
That work.
And I don't even remember who said it, but anytime you start using the word purity too much, and I think it was Anthony Bourdain, rest in peace. Anytime you hear purity too much in a sentence, sound of jackboots can't be far behind.
Sorry, almost spilled something.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
So what about Nintendo news is there? Because I've got a few things that I've
There's
heard.
a lot.
Nintendo
I know-
News brought to you by G Fuel.
I know
I don't know.
the newest Pokemon games have been announced.
Scarlet and Violet.
I know Nintendo has been copyright claiming videos of the Steam Deck emulators.
Wait, what?
Not yeah, I heard that Nintendo, like, you know how Nintendo had that phase of you can't stream or show our video games unless
Unless you're
like,
paying
we pay-
royalties or some shit.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
Fuck them. We
I
did it
heard-
anyway.
I heard that they started doing that with Steam Deck stuff. But I didn't get too far ahead on that one. And then also with Nintendo saying that, no, this is a few weeks old, but they've announced that later this year until early next year, they're going to start shutting down the 3DS, 2DS, and I think the Wii U stores. So, if you have purchases you want to make, get on it soon. That's about it. There was a lot going on with Nintendo in the last month.
Yeah. They haven't made a logo for the new Zelda game yet either. So I don't know what they're doing with that.
I'm
but
telling you,
there's not even a definite date
this
yet, 'cause
happens every time. I'm sorry, I am a Zelda nerd through and through, big ass fanboy.
If it wasn't for Zelda or Metroid or Doom, you wouldn't play a fucking video game forever. I'm telling you.
I've never played any of these. I'm like, I don't know.
So
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
I'm a
what to
garbage
expect.
player. I know you said something like that on a live on YouTube this week. You like, I'm a casual gamer. I'm not like a hardcore gamer. I'm like, you basically said you weren't good. Gothix? I don't know, like something to that effect.
I said I never said I'm good at video games. I just play them.
That's what you said. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like I'm officially retired because of the carpal tunnel. But
Well,
No, I
Hero,
still
go
play.
ahead.
This is something that happens every time a new Zelda title is announced or teased in any way, shape, or form through official channels. But it's just a repeating vicious cycle of announced, a little bit of news, nothing for like the longest time spoken about it, and then a little bit of news, and then we're projecting for like later next year, and then we get to the next year, a little bit of news, then we're gonna go, oh sorry, we're delaying till next year. And it is just, this is a vicious cycle with Zelda. Like, it's one of those things where if they're perfect about nothing, they are perfect about their first party titles.
Oh yeah. They take their time with it, and it's always a good release with them. From my experience, I never see a lot of bugs with Nintendo games.
Bugs, no. I mean, if you go to the old school Pokemon games, yeah, sure. But I mean, that's because they used a hexadecimal system, which you could get away with some crazy glitches. With newer games, it's not that they're buggy. It's just, especially with the remakes, the remasters, people have expectations. And so when you're playing on the nostalgia factor, yeah, that is a very hard sell. So I haven't heard that they've outright failed or flopped, but I have heard of instances where fans were not pleased with the product that they got.
Some
Which is
slight
fair.
insight about the remasters / remakes. Well, the remasters especially. Nintendo, for their remasters, are never, and I could be fact checked on this, but they are generally never first party productions. They are usually outsourced. And I almost want to say that they are 100% outsourced to third party production companies to remaster. Every one of the 3DS remakes of the Zelda games were a third party.
Well, I was thinking more so Pokemon, because that's the one I'm marginally more
cannot-
familiar with.
I cannot vouch for Pokemon games, but chances are wasn't first party for the remix, unless Game Freak specifically was assigned to it.
Okay.
Let me see.
Okay.
Guys,
Yeah,
are you into
I gotta
Nintendo
head
games
out.
at all, or no?
I gotta head out,
Oh,
guys.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
and-
you for
thank you so
joining us.
much.
I hope
Means a
I didn't
lot.
bore you.
No, you didn't bore me. I am. Where are you guys located? Like, where's everyone at? As far as like your state.
I am Florida.
Oh, okay.
Florida.
Texas.
Florida. Nice.
Down here in Texas.
Wisconsin.
Yeehaw.
Why am I not surprised by that? I hear it in the voice. Nice. Okay.
Wow, you're one of the few. Most people can't understand
Yeah,
like where I'm from.
It sounds like he's always about to fall asleep. I don't think it's really so much of an accent.
That's the
there,
Xanax.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Well,
So
I'm
just,
from. Sorry.
Go ahead.
And now
Go ahead.
I'm from a state that's basically, it's basically hell now,
Oh.
which is sad.
Is it a very liberal state?
It's California. I was born in California.
Oh, that is hell. That is literally the gooch of hell.
How does a person born in California feel about Emperor Newsom?
Oof.
They gypped Mr. Larry Elder of
That was terrible.
what he was doing his best to earn. That is a man of quality. That's a man's man right there. Also, his dad was a Montford Point Marine. That is fucking legendary. Absolute legendary. And he brought his children up to be great men also. And then when that shit happened with Mr. Elder, for them to say, oh, it wasn't racist, or calling him despicable names, instead of just saying, hey, I just disagree with what you say. They're attacking his character. They're attacking his skin tone. That's just fucked up.
Yeah, they call him a white
gross.
supremacist in blackface. I
It's
think
so
that was the
gross.
exact quote.
And he destroyed the LA Times for that.
Good.
I don't know why people keep thinking they're going to try to go toe-to-toe with Mr. Elder. They should really just not.
Yeah, these people are gross.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a shame. Because California didn't have to be that way, but California has bought into it so fucking hardcore. I don't think they can really get themselves out of it. And now they want to try to. I mean, Tesla's leaving the state of California. Most companies are leaving the state of
They
California.
already got the headquarters starting to build in Texas. How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Sarah?
Hey, bring them all over here as long as they don't fuck up our.
I think we're holding Miss Gothic.
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
She's got to go.
Thank you.
We just like to thank you for taking time to for the darker side of Twitch right here with us.
You're welcome.
Right.
This is a very nice little dark spot.
Thank you.
It's very good.
You're welcome back anytime you want to come on.
All right.
Anytime. Just give me a shout out.
Yeah.
Give me a message on Twitter or
All right.
well, now you're in the Discord, but
Sweet.
but yeah,
We'll see
anywhere
how
you
long
want.
that lasts.
Yeah, I
I was
don't.
gonna say,
Yeah.
how long are we gonna even stay on Discord ourselves?
Yeah, they probably listen to this right now. They're like, you hear that? You hear what they're saying?
Right.
Hi, Discord.
Yeah.
Love you.
Yeah,
Kiss, kiss,
alright.
kiss.
No, fuck that.
Mm-mm. No.
Okay. Hey, Discord, stick my dick.
Well,
Sorry.
All right, but you have a good night, y'all.
yeah.
All right, you take care. Have a good night.
Thank you
Sleep well,
so
Miss
much
Gothix.
for coming, Gothix.
Thank you
We
for having me.
really appreciate it.
Hey, all right. Enjoy the rest of your night.
All right.
All right,
Good
you
night.
too.
Thank you, you too.
Ooh, screen glitch.
I
Well,
cannot
that's-
believe that happened.
All
Look,
ye of little faith.
It's like it's more just the fact that like I just kind of imagine my life as just being, I just kind of exist. I'm just kind of taking things as I go. Of course I go and seek my own adventures, but generally my life is my own, and
She's awesome.
the blessings that show up, you take them and you're thankful. Just a couple weeks ago, my sister brought up, oh yeah, there's this really cool lady on YouTube, and she was talking about some really cool stuff, and I really liked her point of view. And she posted the video link, and I'm like, I think I know that YouTuber. Yeah, that's Gothix. And she's like, yeah. And next thing you know, hey, we're gonna try to get Gothix on the show, and I'm like, huh.
This is what I tell you guys. The worst thing someone can say to you is no. And she responded quickly, and I'm just like, wow, like we're just a little Twitch group, right? Like we're not really known on Twitch that well, and she was so nice and gracious, and that's why she's popular, is because she's on a lot of people's shows. She is willing to help. She does lessons, she does classes for small streamers and how to promote their stuff. She is a good egg. She's good people. So I'm like, when I told you guys, I didn't think you believed me.
Oh no, I believed you. It's just more like,
how did you do that? Like,
you know what's funny is I didn't even register the name or the face until I clicked on one of the videos that somebody had linked, and I was just like, oh my holy fuck, Cheryl, Euphoria is gonna freak the fuck out. And I told her, and sure enough, and I just said in the chat, I replied to Icelick that she had a complete nerd spurg and freaked the fuck out.
It was just really nice to have her on the show. It was really nice to be able to talk to her. It's really great to know she is just as down to earth on a live stream as she is in the videos. You know, it's just, I don't know, it's just so refreshing to just
I will definitely
be able to talk to people.
Say that I was half worried that we were boring her for half the time because she did not say
Yeah, me too.
Well, that's why I was trying to rotate her. That's why I put those subjects in there so they're kind of political and they're kind of so she can get in there. I think Soda sent me a PM in Discord. It's like, we're not letting Gothix talk. I'm like, she's talking as much as everyone else is.
I was just trying not to talk over her, you know, because we could talk.
You guys did a good job with that, by the way.
Thank you. Oh, and I'm looking up the Steam Deck Nintendo thing. Basically, shocker, it's got to do with Nintendo not wanting people to use Switch emulators on the Steam Deck.
She's really quiet when she meets new people. Okay.
You know, that's fair.
That's fair.
She actually sounds very much like my wife to some degree.
Yeah. I like her. I've been wanting to get her on like that. Yeah, 10 definitely 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 would do again.
10 out of 10.
She was like one of my bucket list people. Like I want like before I die, I want to have Gothix on. I want to have like I know you guys are really not like probably into her, but Tara Babcock.
I wouldn't honestly know.
Yeah, she does video games, and her videos are very sexually liberating. Let's just say, and she's very a matter of fact about her sexuality.
Well, then I mean, I know you've spoken about her. I know you're a huge fan of hers. Maybe that's one of those streams where, you know, maybe not my cup of tea, but you know, hey, Again,
she does play video games, and she knows her shit about video games too.
Oh, I'm sure she does. Not my life, but hey, you know, she's living hers.
So she's a Jeep girl. So you would get along with her because she's a Jeep girl. So
I thought
she's a Jeep Wrangler girl.
Like dudes.
I didn't say I like dudes.
You did. Sound like you did.
Like, I mean,
I'm leaving that one
hear
alone.
what you want to hear, but
I mean, I don't care. Whatever you're into.
But, I mean,
we don't judge here.
It's only gay if you push back.
I mean, or if you're in love with the person, you're just having sex. You're just having sex, right?
Right. I mean, no judgments. I mean, it sounds like you're more projecting than accusing me. So, is there something you want to talk about?
Is this like that weird sports ball thing you guys talk about sometimes?
Sporting?
Ask Nova. I talk to him about this every night. I'm not gay. I tried it. It wasn't my thing. But if two guys are having sex, they're not gay. They're just having sex. It's sex, right?
Jesus. All right.
It's okay, Oni. Just keep watching my body language, and then you can come back in whenever you're ready.
I hope that clip was good.
We get more follows.
We get more follows on that on that cringe shit on Hover than anything else.
I only had to put her headset back on.
Yeah. This is my impression. This is my impression of Hero doing a Hover video. It's like, hey guys. It's like, hey guys, the light's really bright, but we're doing something tonight. I'm like, it's so bright I can't see poor Hero's face.
Take off the polarized sunglasses and maybe you fucking can.
He's got to
all I
protect
see
his
is these
old grandpa
God rays
eyes.
hitting his beard.
It's funny. Nova
Hey.
says, see, Nova
He's
says
doing
nothing.
at least he's doing promotions. He's doing more than Oni and Soda are doing on Hover.
Oh,
I'm
bullshit.
just saying.
Oh,
I've
Hover,
tried.
Yeah,
I tried using Hover and it wasn't working.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, Oni, and this is coming from an IT guy. I'm putting my IT guy hat on.
IT guy hat.
That fucking app is not user-friendly.
It is not.
Okay, so it's not me.
It is not.
Okay, because Twitch was also not being very helpful. I'm just trying to make clips. I gave up because I'm like, fuck this shit.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck that
too
shit.
annoyed.
Don't try
So
it if it's like really
yeah,
hard.
I would say, I would love to help, but you know what? For starters, I'm fucking ugly, and I know that. Second of all, I hate those programs right now. As of right now, they are difficult to use, which defeats the purpose of using it.
Why are your
Also,
palms hairy?
I'm trying very hard.
No, just dry.
I'm trying very hard to make sure I don't get another leg cramp.
Oh.
Because that fucking sucked.
I just had to
I-
cover up the camera to hide my face of shame of all that. Oh, I'm fucking ugly. Shut up.
I got a
No.
face made for radio, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, so I do apologize for the leg cramp. I was not really acting on that
Look,
one.
I was laughing. If it makes you feel better, I was laughing at your pain. Yes, Marine, I was laughing at your pain.
No, good, because I was like, wow, that really hurts. Oh shit, that's a fucking leg cramp. I mean, like, to the
Feed
point
her a
where...
crayon, she'll be okay.
Yeah. It was like under... It was like at the arch of my foot. I couldn't move it. Even if I wanted to, if I could try to feel it, I couldn't. And it just... I only get cramps every once in a while when it comes to, like, my legs. But when I do... you just want to lay down and die, as John Mulaney would say. Just lay.
Oh, Soda's got the Soda dork icons there in the chat,
Aw.
and Actinover's got the three. He's got the 3-pack emote of the
Yeah, we got them
millennial
all been
tears.
going on here. Everybody's been using them. Oh,
Yeah.
here's a single pack.
I added you guys in there. I added Heroes in there as well.
I've been
See, there's
spamming them
Hero.
all the time. Yeah, we got Hero,
Hero
Oni.
and Oni's are like Hero and Oni. Like all your emotes are in the chat right now.
Oh yeah, I've used
thank
them a
you
few
guys.
times.
And thank you, lurkers. I hope you guys enjoyed Miss Gothix joining us, because
I gotta
we had
say,
a lot of fun.
we got a lot of people viewing over the time that she was here, and even now we still got a lot of people showing in the chat. But Twitch
Thank
is
you for
just
staying, guys. Appreciate that.
Twitch is just not counting our numbers of what we have. I say fuck you, Twitch, for cheating us.
I think
We should have like 19
Fulton County
people.
is counting all the views.
Right? We should have 19 showing, and we have 8. I don't understand. But
It's like we need somebody in a hot tub.
hold on.
Oh, hang on.
Oh no!
Get
He
your,
said, "Say
get your
less."
anime girls ready.
Oh no! There it is.
He says,
are you
"Say
dry-
less, chieftain."
Are you dry clean only, or are you machine washable?
I don't
Tumble
know.
dry.
We gotta get back on the hot tub a little bit there. There we go. We're in the hot tub.
They don't like
Yay!
people who don't like Joe Biden.
True
We're
story.
biding our time.
Yeah.
Right.
I
President
love dumb
Potato.
puns.
Oh, 8 people.
Yo.
profile.
Right.
So I found out,
Right.
and I need to show you guys at some point. I'll show you
What?
photos.
This dude's has stubs for legs.
Oh my gosh, look how tiny he is. So tiny. So I've seen the most amazing mascot in my life. I walk by him and I smile so much because he's so adorable. There's a place, I don't really know where it is, but their mascot is it's called a gooey duck. Or I was told it was pronounced gooey duck. It looks like it's it looks like it's spelled as geoduck, Geoduck. The mascot is absolutely adorable. He's amazing. I love him so much. The actual creature, the gooey duck, not so attractive. May give people nightmares.
A gooey duck is that like clam, right?
It's a clam,
it looks
yeah.
like a giant
and it's got like
penis.
a giant.
Whoa.
Yeah, basically. No, we are dead serious. But they made this
it's
mascot.
A type of snail.
It's a bivalve. This mascot.
I don't know what the fuck that is. That's like another
character
language.
Is amazing. This gooey duck mascot is amazing. So cute. Penis? No, the gooey duck clam.
Looks like a flaccid penis, basically.
A
flaccid black penis. That's what.
No, so basically the shell. Obviously it's a bivalve, so it's got a shell. But I think it's like either its foot or its siphon that's like constantly out, and it's usually eaten because it's a giant piece of bivalve. It's good eating.
Oh, it's a type of oyster. Someone's saying in the chat.
It's a bivalve. An oyster is a bivalve. I'm not exactly sure if it's clam or an oyster, but
I would call it a shellfish.
It's
or a mussel.
It's not exactly a looker, but
mussel.
hey, when you're hungry, when you're hungry, you cook that dang thing up. You probably, if it's anything like abalone, you probably have to tenderize the meat by literally beating it with like a rock or a meat tenderizer. So.
Yikes.
But it's very much a northeastern thing. So that's where I imagine the mascot came from. But if you look up the mascot of a gooey duck, it is the most adorable thing ever. It's like looking at one of my cats. He's dorky, but you love him anyways.
Hey, you must be a parking ticket, because you got fine written all over you.
All right, time to issue speeding tickets. Let's get down to the news.
What other news did happen? Because I feel like there was news, and then I forgot the news.
She's got the news.
As far as this whole week has gone, I honestly, outside of what we've been covering, I have not seen a lot. I also have been really busy and focused at work, so I haven't had the time to just peek every now and again like I usually do.
Yeah, just a quick shout out for Cigars for Warriors. So it is a veteran loving organization that gives cigars to all branches of the military. So if you have cigars and you want to donate them, please go to cigarforwarriors.org, and there are drop-off centers all over the United States. That's cigarsforwarriors.org. So, and we want to wish Abs a quickie recovery because she is the media director for them as well as Lagging Out, but she has like really bad back pains, like to her fingertips, like she has something wrong with her spine. So we want to wish her a speedy. We love you, Abs, if you're watching, and we want you to get well and enjoy those cigars, some of those cigars, because she's a big cigar aficionado.
Nice.
And we want her to get better. So sends out some positive vibes and prayers to Abs, everybody. She is super awesome, and she's in Texas.
Hey.
Republic of Texas.
She's me, her, and Havoc are all like thick as thieves now. So buttered biscuits, he's now called. But yeah. But here's another one, I think, that you're talking about. What's in the news? You had this, the Elden Ring controversy.
Yes, we did.
So what's that? Like, talking about recycling slides. Awesome.
Yeah, I know. Recycling news too. It's really a lot of the same. So specifically, things that came out in this controversy is that Elden Ring, from what it appears, and probably did happen, but nobody really mentioned because, for the most part, people don't understand or know that this is how it happens. For games that have a bigger following on console versus PC, what usually ends up happening is that the developers develop things with certain consoles or just consoles in mind, and then when it comes time to like, oh yeah, we're doing a PC release as well, then they kind of port that direction. And you could correct me if I'm wrong, Chieftain. I will gladly accept being wrong on this. But then they start pushing that production towards release of PC. So things are made with consoles in mind. So when Elden Ring dropped, there was no widescreen support. their frame rates were locked at 60 FPS. There was no 100.
Like soda.
There was no like 144 aspect ratio. I can't remember the exact numbers. Refresh rate for monitors, and people were complaining about PC performance. Lots of screen stutter, game lag, things that, in all honesty, I said it before and I'll say it again. All this shit that's being complained about is stuff that you normally have happen, or bugs that you normally have day 0, and generally gets patched out within the first month to 3 months. And as of right now, that's what it looks like is going to happen. Within the first month to 3 months, all this screen lag, stutter, and all these bugs are going to be gone. As for whether or not they're going to fix some widescreen support or the refresh rate support or the FPS support for PC is yet to be seen. But if I had to guess, FromSoft is going to have that patched out, and they might not even say a damn word about it.
I mean, it's not like the game is having catastrophic failures. I mean, it's not like it's to the point where certain levels won't load. It's not like the game is crashing. It's just for certain players, and it's on PC, which is usually the one people are actually like PC master race. It seems like a lot of gamers are just saying, "Hey, look, it's just not looking as smooth as we want it to look." Is that what you're saying?
There's some pretty big YouTubers that called them out on it, so I don't know. It might be. I'm just looking at it and I'm like, look, you guys are being too hard on this shit. There's my honest to God opinion is, relax, guys. It's gonna get taken care of. These things, like, report these things like most gamers do when it comes to, oh, this is just a normal thing we see on a regular basis. This isn't something like, oh my God, you released an unfinished game. We're missing like a whole 12 hours of gameplay in the middle of it. It's not like that's happening. It's not like it's a, critical failure or severe offense in the gaming industry. It's not a fumble. It's just performance issues that happen that will get fixed within a month or two.
Well, and because PCs aren't regulated in the same way that consoles are, PCs, as far as I'm aware of, very personalized. You can't expect it to work perfectly for every machine, can you? I mean, I'm sure you could at least regulate certain things, but at the same time, not everyone wants to be able to have bajillion frames per second.
Well, that's usually most people's aims when they build a gaming PC. But
yeah, I know.
They do them wrong, I think, half the time.
Well, it all depends.
Well, I think a lot of these kids buy cheap parts. They're like, "Oh, I have a 3080, but they paid $100 for it." You know what I mean?
I just have Hero build it for me, but pay someone else to pack it and ship it for me.
Trust me, I'm gonna pay somebody else to pack it and ship it for you. I don't know what to say other than that.
Here's something we need to invent.
You're never going to live that down. You know that, right?
We need to invent everybody on Steam who posts a comment like, "Oh, I have this machine." They should scan it and let you click on what their machine actually has, because I think half these people are bullshitting. So
yeah,
PC part picker. PC part picker. It'll do that.
Something. I mean, you can run it now. It'll tell you what you got. Somehow intertwine
Mine
that
just
with.
laughs at me. It's like, you're outdated already.
It better not be. Shit. That thing had some oomph.
Look at my shot one. All right, look at my shot one. Like, look, I'm like fucking blurry and like it doesn't catch up. It doesn't move. It's like it doesn't catch up. I always look like I'm like lagging.
Well, I mean,
that's just me.
It's in the name.
Whoa.
Lagging, and I know it, lagging. So I put the music.
But as far as this whole thing goes, and you're saying like there's no standardization, that's true. But for me, I build a PC and I build it with the intent to have it for at minimum 5 years,
Yeah,
and
5 years.
at around 10 years is when I do a full rebuild. But the reality is that these performance issues are most likely streamline issues and efficiency issues. Things like little things inside their coding that it's not exactly efficiently designed. So you're gonna have it's gonna handle this packet of information, and instead of going from point A to point B, it ends up going point A to point C to D to T to U to back to B. Those kinds of problems where it's not as efficient as it should be or could be are just not ironed out yet. That's usually what it is. And when when developers are building games or making games, if they've got a focus on one platform versus another, that's what's going to take precedence. Right now, you look at it on console and it runs beautifully, runs fine. You look at it on PC and it's got some of these bugs and blah, 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 all this other bullshit. Really what it is where their focus was in development. And again, it's not a big deal. It's not like the game is dog shit because of these problems. It's not it's low hanging fruit to say it like this, but it's not like it released like Cyberpunk did.
Yeah, and part of me goes, well, I would expect the game to be playing functionally on day one, but at the same time, when it comes to PCs, given how things can get, things are so, again, like we've said, they're very individualistic. I'll let that one go. The game does seem to be a lot of fun. I look forward to playing it. I can wait. If I'm going to play it on PC, if I'm going to play it on the PC you guys got me, I think I can wait for the patches to come out, let the price kind of chill out a little bit before I crack this one open. But I'm hearing a lot of people are having a lot of fun. But I'm hearing a lot of people are having a lot of fun. It looks wonderful. So, but again, it's still playable. It is playable.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And can it be polished a little bit more? Yeah, sure. But it's complete as it is as far as we're aware of. On a totally separate note, I totally remembered one of the things in the news that did happen.
Yes.
As far as I'm aware of, Miss Shirley Curry is on the mend. So she's back up to giving her talks. I don't know if she's streaming Skyrim just yet. Miss Shirley Curry is also known as Skyrim Grandma. Super wholesome.
Didn't they send her some stuff?
Yes. So
they sent her flowers.
Miss Curry unfortunately suffered from a stroke last weekend.
Oh, I heard this. Yeah.
Yeah, she suffered from a stroke. No, you're good. Luckily, she is on the mend. She is going through some physical therapy. Apparently, her memory has been affected a little bit.
No.
A little bit of dexterity has been affected, but she's got doctors and physical therapists on her side to help her out. So I don't know if she started video gaming just yet. I know she said her memory being affected has it's bothered her because she's like, I should know how to do this. I mean, she's very independent, but she seems to be in very good spirits. Well, Bethesda found out, because obviously this is Grandma Skyrim, you're going to find out. And they sent her a very nice bouquet of flowers as a form of well-wishing for her. So we hope she's still on the mend. We look forward to anything she shares with us, because she also does like Grandma's bookshelf. So she'll show you books in the Skyrim game that she's collected. I think she's brought up real books that she's got. She's just super wholesome.
Nice.
If you ever are on YouTube, just go give her a follow. She's super, super sweet.
I love the fact that we give other people shout outs more than we shout out ourselves. We're so selfless. We're so selfless and amazing.
That's true.
Well, I mean, it's Grandma Skyrim.
I know.
I mean, like, she's 87 and playing video games. And she literally said she plays video games because, one, they're fun, but two, because it keeps her eye-hand coordination up.
Yeah.
So it's her way of making sure she, takes care of those fine muscle control.
I
think
pray
that's
I can play games
really
when
cool.
I'm 87. But I'll be in the Matrix, so be it.
You will be able to make the video games. You'll make everyone else play your video games.
I'll suck you into my world. Wait, that didn't sound right. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Congratulations, you are now a statistic on the clip.
Oh, fuck.
He wouldn't be it wouldn't be his first one either. We already know this.
Nope.
Yeah, mine are all on Facebook because he knows I'm always watching on Facebook, and I like.
Because he's always liking his own stuff. He's like, "Oh, I'm on there."
I
Mike."
share it too. Hey,
it's awesome. Yeah, he
I
shares
just don't think
everything.
I don't think anybody knows my gaming persona.
He's like, by the way, I'm Soda.
Well, a lot of my family
comments.
don't know, because I streamed and kind of stayed to myself, and I was always known as Soda. And my mom didn't even know. She's like, "Who's Soda?" I'm like, "That's me." I've been going by Soda for 20 years now. Like, what the fuck?
My brother, stumbled upon the YouTube channel, and getting a compliment from him is very hard. And he's like, "I watched some of your videos, and you're fucking funny." It's like, when did you get funny? And I'm like, I was always funny. You just always fucking ignored me.
Damn.
Oh, and just so some little context, my little nephew got diagnosed. Well, my oldest nephew got diagnosed with ADHD.
No surprise.
Yeah, he's got. I wasn't surprised because I could read it, but I didn't want to tell my brother and him say no, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But you notice I have no stormtrooper behind me anymore.
Yeah.
Guess what? We're doing a little building project on every Sunday, and me and my oldest nephew, we building the little scout trooper together. And he did the whole thing by himself.
Nice.
And we were teaching him how problem solving. And he goes, my brother's like, count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I go, don't listen to your dad. Look at the top there. It's there's 1 dot there. You count 1. You do it easier like that. And he's looking at me. I go, he doesn't think like you, Michael. He thinks like someone with ADHD. So if you make him count all that stuff, he's going to get frustrated, because that's the way my brain works. So my brother's uber left brains. He's got a 200 IQ. So he expects everyone to know everything quickly. And it's just what is expected, right? So he gets frustrated with his son, but then he was showing his son how to do it a certain way. He's like, remember, you do it like this. And then he flipped. He's like, we build Legos together, so he knows now. So I'm like, okay. So he did the little part of the Scout Trooper, and he did it in an hour. And there's actually bags behind me. You really can't see it, but they're behind my little Pac-Man thing. It's in a Ziploc bag.
There you
bless
go.
his heart. It's our own project. So pretty soon, guys, I actually bought a lighting setup for the Scout Trooper and an acrylic plastic case to put it in.
There you
go. So when we're done, and we're going to put the lights in there, we're going to do a little project, uncle and nephew thing, and I'll have it in my background, and you guys can check it out. So once it's all built, I'll show you guys when it's all built.
Sweet.
So we might do another one. It's finally something I could do with my nephew that doesn't involve MMA stuff and him putting me into chokeholds.
Or hit you in the nuts with a lightsaber.
The kid, yeah. Well, hits me in the nuts with the lightsaber. Yeah. I think we're gonna all me, you. I think me, you, and Hero ice kick. We should all go out to Krabby Joe's for some seafood, man. That sounds good, or some bonefish. Yeah, we should do that. We would totally do that. I've met people online and had dinner with them. I know me and Rio was supposed to go out for beer for the last 10 years. But yeah,
nonstop. Well,
Rio, not Hero, literally Rio. He lives in
Yes.
St. Augustine. So just letting you know, I'm not screwing up the name. I took my B12 later today, so I was able to focus a little better. I didn't want to fuck it up with Gothix and call people different names. like switch out the Mohawk ladies. Like I call like Oni Gothix and Gothix Oni. I didn't want to do that, so I was like, really
proud of you.
I was really trying to focus hard, and my sinuses and my head fucking hurts from like trying to focus for so long. So that way, like Oni wouldn't make fun of me.
Well, if that's the only punishment for making a mistake, no, I'm sorry to warn you here. That ain't gonna change anything. She's still gonna make fun of you.
Yeah, it's okay.
I make fun of myself.
There is that.
I'm doing my part. Why is this back on the screen?
Because it was a suggested topic.
Yeah, that's true. It was.
Why would you suggest it again? Why would you do that?
All right.
Why?
Who wants to talk about this? Raise their hand. Who doesn't? Raise their hand.
Okay, here. I'll end this. I'll end this conversation right now. Amazon put out from freaking alleged Tolkien scholars a fucking interview that makes them look like they are doing everything right, and the fans that are complaining about this shit being all wrong are stupid. That's literally the way that interview went. And quite frankly, that Tolkien scholar was bought and paid for by Amazon. I would like to ask him how many zeros is behind that little starting figure, but I doubt he would admit having been paid off. But he was definitely bought and paid for. What a fucking bitch. So that's okay. Go ahead, secure your bag. But all Tolkien fans are out there with their hands out waiting for you, the Tolkien scholar, to turn in your Tolkien books because you are not following the lore.
So what you're saying is you want to know how many rings. You want to know how many rings are in that figure that scholar got.
Yeah. How much of the One Ring power were you handed?
You pissed off 3 people. They left.
That's fine, because none of these people working on this fucking project by Amazon are true Tolkien fans. That's right, I said it.
Whoa.
Just so you guys know, there is a Chieftain's Campers Corner, so you guys gotta wait. It's at the end. So Chieftain had a lot of time this week, which never happens, which is why a lot of emotes were done, and there's 50 slides.
Jesus Christ, help me now.
Because if we ever have a popular host like Gothix, I want to make sure we're prepared, and these guys were fucking prepared, so they get a fucking.
All right,
they understood the assignment.
Before we go too much further, there was a specific request in our Discord from my good friend Zur Chaos, and he wants to know an update on the 2 bills that went into Congress that I mentioned about 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 or 3?
Yeah.
And currently there are no updates. They have gone no farther than their initial actions taken, which is basically being introduced. So here's to hoping, but I know what happens when you hope too much.
You hope in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up first, right?
Yeah. But we all know how governments have been doing lately with power grabs, and both these bills are definitely power grabs.
Exactly. So here's some good news. I think Oni is gonna like this. I'm not sure, but Patrick Stewart has confirmed he is in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. He's confirmed it, which means the Illuminati will be in Doctor Strange. What's so funny? What's so funny, bitch?
The Illuminati is the funny thing because there's so much attributed to the Illuminati.
Well, I mean, they did ship the Hulk off to Scar, and then they fucked with his life a lot. I don't know. I just every time I hear about the Marvel Universe Illuminati, it just makes me frustrated because it's just like it feels so out of character for them, but at the same time, it's like, dick move, guys, dick move. I mean, just yeah. I mean, you know, who didn't love seeing Sir Patrick Stewart? Who didn't love Sir Patrick Stewart as Professor Xavier? I mean, he did a great job, but I don't know. Part of me goes, what was, I thought the end of his character arc was Old Man Logan. In terms of Professor Xavier in that one, and, the way Professor Xavier was handled with that. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this.
That is a very hard arc to swallow, especially when you have the sunsetting of a specific actor that was typecasted to a specific role. You realize, Hugh Jackman was playing that character for 20 years almost, and Patrick Stewart ain't too far off from that either. But Patrick Stewart ain't exactly a spring chicken himself.
No, Sir Patrick Stewart and Sir Ian McKellen are very much still active in their communities, both in the theater, in film and television. But at the same time, at some point, you have to ask, am I doing a service to the character, or is what I'm doing just going to mar the story? And just, again, this whole idea
Very
of
few people are asking that question in the roles they play. Have you looked at entertainment lately?
I try not to. It's just because they keep bastardizing it all. Don't get me wrong. I love nostalgia also, but you know what? You know what is both a blessing and a curse about nostalgia? You can't go back. It exists in that moment of time, in that situation, from the circumstances. Why not tell a new story? When it comes to the multiverse theories that I know Marvel's trying to get really into,
Yeah, they are.
the multiverse is one of those things where it sounds fun because you can mess with the canon timelines, but
Nostalgia is an illusion.
you do it
That's what
wrong.
Chaos says.
You just make things. You're basically saying none of this matters anyways because it'll be fixed regardless. That can be really dangerous. And in which case, just tell a different story.
There's certain things where, and I'm with you 100%, Oni. We agree on a whole lot when it comes to entertainment. I dare say that we're pretty much sharing some views. But the one thing I will say is, while nostalgia is dangerous, you're giving an opportunity to fix what you never addressed. Look at what No Way Home did for Spider-Man. It was honestly a lot of fun watching those three guys play their parts.
Spoiler.
Yeah, right. Like you give a shit.
It's Spider-Man. He's my favorite character in the whole world.
You should see the trolls that we should see all the people that follow Lagging Out, like that tag me on, like, if you click on this, you kill Spider-Man, and Spider-Man sucks. That means Chieftain sucks.
Wait, you said I should see the trolls? Really? You mean all one of them? Soda.
No, there's actually more.
Not me. Yeah, it's not me.
No, it's not him. It's actually now spreading to the Facebook groups.
Yeah, okay. I laugh when I see him. But...
I love that because that means people are watching.
Yeah.
So
and I gotta
don't
say,
care. It's the same thing with Gothix. It's like you're just making me more popular.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And I don't even think probably most of them ain't being too terribly serious.
No hype train this week? I'm getting spoiled.
I know, right?
Speaking of,
I had to wear my headdress once.
Say Ticker does stream, and I actually went and looked because he used to stream video games. Now apparently he is streaming like kayaking down a river live. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I didn't know he kayaked, but I guess he did.
But back to Patrick Stewart doing this.
Sir Patrick Stewart, excuse me. Oni says it's Sir Patrick Stewart, so you have to say Sir Patrick.
I have all the respect in the world for him, but I am not English.
It's like if they give the title of Sir to Elton John.
It's like you can buy $1 square foot in Scotland and be called a lord.
Yeah, that's true.
You call me
also,
lord.
Wasn't Elton John already knighted?
Yeah, he's not a long time ago.
That's my point.
Like forever ago?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was your point or not. Anyways,
that was my point.
I gotta say,
prefer Patrick Xavier.
yes. I see where they're going with this. This is definitely a major loop to bring the X-Men into the story because, let's be honest, Marvel hasn't had the rights to do any of the X-Men. That's why
That was
Fox, right?
yeah.
Fox.
Then that's why when Deadpool dropped, they could only have certain X-Men, and they were nowhere near main story X-Men except for Colossus. I give him
Colossus.
respect.
I was gonna say, I'm like,
Colossus was a big deal. Don't get me wrong, but he wasn't as central as like Jean, freaking Wolverine, freaking
Cyclops,
or Storm,
Or
which I
even
would-
Nightcrawler,
she
which
was
is like
so
a
cool.
secondary character in the X-Men. But
Kind of like Soda Pop.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna. I love Nightcrawler as a character. I love Nightcrawler as a character, but there's not a lot of spotlight on him.
there should have been more because it's a great character. Because even his lore, like, isn't his mom Mystique? And
Yeah.
was it Cazizal is his father?
Yes. So he
Yeah.
originally,
I
what
wasn't sure if
happened
I
was
said that right.
Azazel is his father. His mother is
Azazel.
Mystique. However, what they originally wanted to do was actually make Mystique his father, and Destiny his mother. Destiny is a woman that Mystique has had an on and off relationship with for a very long time. Destiny is a mutant who can see the future, but they decided that it was a little too spicy for the time, so they made him the child of Azazel and Mystique. And he was adopted after, because Mystique had to get rid of him. She also had to kill her husband. There's a lot going on. Basically, she either threw or had dropped Kurt over a waterfall, and he was found by Margali Zardos, who was also a witch
What did I
of
do?
the Winding Way, which is like,
That's a big deal in and of itself.
yeah, it's a big deal in and of itself. Who also had two children of her own. She had Steven and she had Amanda. And Amanda inherited her mother's magical abilities. Steven, I'm not really sure if he did, but Steven wound up going really fanatical and then started saying, in order to save children from their fate of sin, I'm going to start killing them. And Kurt found out.
That's like a Greek myth or something.
Yeah, borderline
I.
Greek myth legend here. And so Kurt ended up trying to stop him, and when they were grappling, he accidentally snapped his neck. So then the townspeople found out that Kurt wasn't ever wearing a costume, that was what he really looked like. That's when he discovered he could teleport. And then they were going to try to burn him on a stake in the middle of town. That's when Professor Xavier was able to step in and save him. But yeah, it was this whole dichotomy of, you got a character who looks really demonic, but he's a devout Catholic. He's very caring. He's very compassionate, very empathetic. He has a great sense of humor. But he's also a romantic. He loves Errol Flynn. He loves the pirates and swashbuckling. So, there's that. But yeah, no, he's not really a main character. I mean, depending on what the lineup of the team was, which decade we're talking about, he was a main character. But, I mean, let's be honest, though. Storm's best years were with her mohawk. Okay, that's a fact. That's not an opinion. That's a fact.
We should start a Twitter campaign for Gothix to be the new Storm.
Right.
Sign it.
Yeah,
Sign that.
Hey,
sign in blood.
Chieftain, I'm gonna say it.
What?
That's canon.
That's canon. There we go.
I mean, I'm one of my goals for this weekend is to start sketches of you guys as characters for the Star Wars thing.
I'm gonna let you run. I know I've been kind of wishy-washy on what I want to do. I'm going to let you run with it. If anything, make me a new race if you have to.
Well, you said you wanted.
Before you do that, can you mail? Can you actually mail out that shirt to Gothix, and I'll just give you the money for it? Or do you not have internet to do that, Oni? Because I could just do it on Monday.
Me mail it out? What?
Well, never mind. I'll do it. It's just.
Or we could talk
I'm not
offline
helping, I
about
just-
that.
We'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk offline about it. It's fine.
Well, I'll have to look
the
into it
link-
because
Go ahead.
No, because I know Chieftain. This has nothing to do with any of the stream stuff. So, viewers, I'm sorry you have to listen to me be a Star Wars fucking nerd, but we've decided that Chieftain, for his character, would probably be a Chiss. Chieftain, do you know much about the Chiss ascendancy? Okay, let me just break it down real quick. The Chiss is
really
a species.
quick, because Camper's Corner's next, and then we're ending.
The Chiss basically are humanoid, obviously. They're blue skin and red eyes, or very similar skin tones depending on families. Basically was because they're not from the galaxy at large. They're from beyond the known galaxy, the unknown regions. And they started coming in toward the actual galaxy that we know of today because they want to know their enemy, they want to know their neighbors. So they infiltrate. Thrawn, Grand Admiral Thrawn was arguably the most famous Chiss ever. A lot of them are force sensitive, but they're very militaristic, very honor based, but they are very much about the Chiss culture. They are very much isolationist in terms of we want to protect our own assets, but they're they're spacefaring also because it's what can we do to make them on our side? What can we do to control them? They're very much about the let's just say they're very much about the sneaky sneak. I would say
Airsoft.
we were talking about this earlier. Soda would probably be a Shiido because he can shapeshift with his avatar.
Mm-hmm.
And so we never really know what he looks like, but we assume he's a human, but that could just be an illusion, so he's a Shiido to us.
I got you.
I'll have to think about you a little bit more, Hiro, because I remember you were saying you wanted to be a Mirielin, but if you said you're flexible about that, I'll have to check it out, because I still feel like your character would want to have something to do with tech, but I don't know. I mean,
he's trying to.
I still think the Mirielin would still work.
I'll take one of those.
So I think I have an idea on how I can make that species work, because they are incredibly intelligent, but at the same time not as well known as like the Chiss. So but I do like the idea of the Mirielin. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ, Soda!
I shapeshifted.
Yes, he did. But we'll talk about that, Oni. I like the idea, and Chieftain's signaling hard that he wants to move on, but I'm dragging it out on purpose now.
Okay.
But yes, I will talk about that more. I like the idea of getting some tech focus as well. But there's a lot of deep lore that some of the other races have, and as I said, I might even say that we could make our own.
5 hours later.
That's 2 birds in one stream. We're doing good. Oh, 3?
Three.
Did I missed one. I'm sorry. I might have been farting around in chat. But yeah, I like the idea of having some tech stuff. I like the deep lore stuff, but we could probably work on making
Monday
something.
Night D&D Star Wars themes, hosted by Blacklight Oni.
Anyways, I'll have mercy on poor Chieftain.
No, it's okay. You guys can keep going with it. We don't have anything else after that but my boring Camper's Corner that no one looks forward to.
I do.
It could be
I
worse.
think we all do.
It could be Heroes Tech Corner. It could be worse.
That rivalry is now canon.
It is now canon. And then Soda's section is going to be called "What's in Soda's Six Pack This Week with Soda." Good, right? Good. That's a good.
I like it. We don't know what the
Oni's-
segment will be yet, but I like it.
Oni's Side of the Force. That's going to be her segment. It could be anything. Anything Star Wars, it's like Oni side of the Force, and she looks like Osaka, the two lightsabers.
I think he was trying to say Ahsoka.
Asuka,
You know.
Asuka. Yeah, sorry. Oh, what is going on here? It is time for Chieftain's Camper's Corner.
That's right. After like 4 weeks of absence from doing it, going through some fucking withdrawals.
That's right. I don't know. How do I get from there? Do I do it like this? Does it spin? There it goes. There it is. Yeah! Shitty fucking transition.
And there's Mr. Chaos going, yeah! Hey, Chaos, you know I updated you, right? You know I gave you an update, right? I don't know if you heard it.
So Chieftain's Camper's Corner. I don't think I don't even remember what I even put in here. That's good. Oh wow, that's old. Look at that. That's not even new. Look at this.
Wow. No wonder it's 50 slides. You forgot to delete some.
Yeah, I did.
Bring your friends.
If you like our content, please bring your friends.
Lots of money.
And the kitty cat for Oni, because Oni likes
Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots. But it's more like a shout out to a great streamer I was talking with this week. That's all it really is the Enter the Purple People segment.
That's right.
And she's actually streaming right now. And she's like, I can't go check you out. I'm actually streaming. I go, that's okay. We'll shout you out anyway.
Can we raid her?
We can. Her name is Beck Likes Plants. Don't let the name fool you. She does do Ashley gaming and stuff like that. And she actually has the job of, she is like the shout out queen. And no one shouts out her, but she shouts out everybody else. So I was like, when's the last time someone shouted you out? She's like, I don't remember. I'm like, well, guess what? We're going to do it for you. Do you have a quote for me to put in? And she's like, sure, Chieftain. You're handsome and good looking. I'm going to give you a great quote.
And a plant.
So this is
doubt that conversation happened. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I'm embellishing. I'm embellishing a little bit. But this is her creed when she streams. Community over competition. It's kind of my thing. So she does a lot of shout outs in a lot of the Twitch pages. So you make sure you give her a shout out as well. And I'll put her link in the bio. Not in the bio, but
right
in the chat.
The chat.
Yep. I got like 5 windows open. It's a nightmare. But yeah, check her out. She's really nice. She's really, really, really nice. And she actually responds to people that are actually commenting. So it's one of those types of streamers that actually give a shit about people.
That's right.
Which is really good.
It's very rare these days.
Right. And I like plants too. I like plants that bear like vegetables and stuff. So it's I like ones that bear Bidens, like fruits and vegetables, that sort of thing. More like a vegetable. But yeah, make sure if you want to become a purple person, and that is a streamer. That's what we call them, purple people. It's not racist, so fucking chill.
Right.
If you are a purple person that wants to get promoted, please email us at laggingout@gmail.com. Subject, purple people. Also, it looks like we have over 10 viewers. We only need 20 more to do a giveaway, but we're not doing that this week because you guys missed out. So haha. And that's it. That's Chieftain's Camper's Corner. Which
That was
is just
20
a shout out corner, and that's really it.
I thought we had 20 slides.
Yeah, I thought you had more slides than that.
Lies.
What?
False advertising. I want my money back.
Yeah, I have one more for you. I have one more for you.
Uh-oh.
There you go. There's the last slide.
Good Lord.
I slick says it's racist. Just kidding. LOL. But that's it. So we have the now we have no more topics to talk about. So if the chat wants to go to the AMA section, says ask me anything or ask us anything, now is the time for you guys to do so. Otherwise, we'll give you some time for you to hear this recording because we know that Twitch does that fucking delay. But yeah,
I am kind of disappointed that we didn't get to the AMA with Gothix here, because there were definitely some things that I would have loved to have asked her her takes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would have been good.
Mr. Chaos asks, Chieftain, why are your sunglasses so cool looking?
Because they're actually custom made. Actually, to be honest, I don't think they're that cool looking, but I actually got them special ordered from Oakley, and I actually talked to the guy on the phone, and I'm like, I'm actually going to wear these on a stream, and the guy's a huge Twitch consumer. He's like, oh, what is your thing? I go, oh, we do Lagging Out. We go on Twitch and YouTube. He's like, oh, let me put on an extra 15% off your order. And I'm like, okay, great.
Fucking
Opposed
cool.
to it being $250, it was like, at the end with all the discounts, it was like $190 for the custom glasses.
So still really expensive. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I have 3 pair. So I have this pair. I have a pair that I broke, and then I have a pair that I wear for every day. This is for just TV purposes because I'm ugly, so I just wear these. That's the whole reason. Actually, first time I did wear, it was the very first video I did on the Chieftain Show, which is on YouTube. I had like splices, which were, they kind of look like the Batman, look like Batman and Robin. Look like I belong in Batman and Robin. I still have that pair too. I think I still have 4 pairs of Oakleys around. I wish they would sponsor us.
That would be awesome.
Oakley's,
'Cause
please sponsor Chieftain.
I would definitely think that would be awesome, and I would definitely probably try to work on getting a set of Oakleys just for that.
Right.
Because
Oakley's... Victorious Eyewear does not exist anymore.
Like I caught that the other day, and I was just like, what's going on? I was going to try and look for some of those blue block type, those computer type glasses.
There's other companies that make them.
There's other companies that make their brand still. Like you look for Victorious Eyewear, and you can actually find other companies that sell Victorious Eyewear glasses, but they don't exist anymore.
Yeah, I have to change the little logo in the bottom right hand corner. I thought it was the rotating one. I think that's an easier. That's just like a flash animation that I can just change over. Just Technique Sport, which is my goal. Like we have the money to do so, is to set up Oni with a desk and a Technique Sport. What's so funny? Oh, the pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shape-shifting. I'm practicing.
Don't become a pig because they shit a lot.
Hey.
They shit more than any other mammal.
Pigs are also cannibals.
Are they?
They'll eat anything that you put in front of them.
They will make corpses disappear. Not that I would know this, but...
Whoa.
I have a feeling that she watches the same weird TV shows and murder mysteries that my wife watches.
Not necessarily, but I do know certain things because of what I read and whatnot. But also, it was used in Marvel 18... I think it was 1877. It was a Marvel comic, and I apologize that I got the time wrong, but basically, Wild Wild West with Marvel characters.
Ah, yes.
Sheriff Steve Rogers, spoiler alert,
Warning.
basically gets killed by their version of the Kingpin, and his body is thrown into a pig pen, and it's eaten by the pigs.
Yep.
And that all cannibal?
Yeah.
Cannibal?
Yeah.
Well, no, they were eating a human at that point, but I mean, you want them to disappear? Give them to pigs.
Chieftain, we were talking about Batman. It's out now. It's in theaters now. If you get the time to take a look at it. You kept having predictions about
They all die in the end.
Anyways, you keep having predictions about Robert Pattinson, Batman, and you're saying you think he's going to do a fantastic job.
Oh yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, you said he was going to be an awesome Batman. Yeah, he did.
Can anyone confirm that?
Yeah, let's go back to the live. What was it, like 4 weeks ago?
All right, let's go. Let's go see the tape. All right, let's just assume that I did say that. Okay.
But the general consensus that I'm getting from the people that are doing reviews of this stuff, spoiler free, which is the way I do things because I might want to go and watch the movie, is that he does a phenomenal Batman and a great damaged Bruce Wayne.
You saw it?
I have not. I'm just going off of the reviews that I'm getting that are spoiler free because I want to go see it.
I'm not gonna go see it.
Oh, you don't want to see it? Aside from the fact
I have no ambition to see that. I'm just like, I'll wait for it to go on like streaming services, I guess. It doesn't matter because if you go to the film, this is my prediction. Everything's gonna be at night. It's gonna be dimly lit, and you're not gonna see shit. That's the whole fucking movie. That's how every fucking Batman is. It's gonna be, this one's gonna be 10 times worse because it's damaged Bruce Wayne. It's the dude who's in Dumbledore, and I'm just like, ugh.
This is bizarre to me because you had a completely different take before. Well,
I changed my mind.
Shock.
I have the right to change my mind.
You every right to.
I don't know. I'm so fucking sick of them recycling Batman every fucking 3 years. Like, oh, here's another Batman. Here's another.
Oh, they never did that with Spider-Man, do they?
Well, yeah, but they tied it in. They tie it in. That's the only difference.
Well, Batman,
but that wasn't a known thing. Like, what? A couple of years ago, that wasn't a known thing. So I don't feel like you could use that in good conscience.
Well, Marvel has a better track record with movies.
That
DC,
I can go with.
DC has a better track record with TV shows.
Now,
pay me, bitches. Pay me.
Yeah, Marvel pays.
Now here's the overall.
By Marvel.
Yeah, right. The overall look, from what I understand, is a generally liked movie at this point. It's a very dark movie, and it's more themed towards the Detective Comics version of Batman.
Ooh, going back old school.
They definitely they're from what I'm finding out, there is a moment where Catwoman has a rather woke politics conversation and statement, but from what I understand, that does not ruin the movie. There was some other things in there that, from what I can understand, is very that's pretty par for Hollywood kind of thing. But overall, it's a generally liked movie from what I can tell. There were some people saying that they thought that it was going to be better than Batman Begins. So far, everybody that I've read comments on and stuff like that have said, well, no, it's not better than Batman Begins, but it is an amazing movie in their book. And some of these people are like hardcore Batman fans. And they're like,
hardcore.
Which
hardcore.
Which,
hardcore.
To be fair, a hardcore fan is going to like stuff, but a hardcore fan is also going to grade harshly. So, make of that what you will.
Hardcore.
Ice Slick, sorry.
Words are hard.
Both a Marvel and DC fan, but you're right about DC, Oni. I agree. The movie is based on Batman Zero and Batman Year One, is what he's saying. DC, Oni. Wow, I don't like hearing myself.
Yeah, I don't like hearing myself either. I do. I hate it too.
I talk to myself.
I hear myself in recordings. I mean, I talk to myself all the time too, but I hear myself in recordings and I'm like, I'm so sorry to the rest of humanity who has to hear my voice.
I feel the same way about myself. So yeah, I think.
Just because I remember Chaos liking us talk about what medias we consumed over the last week. Who wants to start?
I've been reading on Wikipedia a lot more because I'm trying to get a feel for these characters that we somehow would like to create. And by we, I mean we as this gaggle fuck over here. Trying to get an idea of what race, what species would work for each of these hosts. I don't know if I'll be partaking because I have so many D&D characters. It's stupid at this point.
I just want to be human.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Human is fine with me.
We just agree that you.
Oni
literally
literally is going to bite your head off.
We literally agreed that you would be Chiss because
you know what?
it works.
You know what? I'm going to let Oni make characters of all of us because she is having so much fun here with doing this, and I'm going to be honest, I'm enjoying watching it.
And then we'll have Soda actually draw them out.
Ooh.
I just said I was going to draw them out.
You did? Okay.
He doesn't pay any.
You said you were going to
You're
draw
right,
it out?
you're
Never
right.
mind then.
You're right.
I can trace them and make them vector.
I can make them into Funkos.
I mean, I'm not going to say you can't draw them. Please go ahead, but
No, go ahead and do it. I don't want to take that away from you. I didn't know that was an option.
After she's done, we'll vectorize them, then we can do whatever we want with them.
Yeah. Oh, you did. That's fine.
I wouldn't say anything you want. I mean, let's remember.
You know what I mean.
Wizards of the Coast has been a little with Disney also.
Like that guy who got his shit stolen. You heard about that Tiki guy? There was more news on that. There's more news on that. He's like, I thought it was some random artist.
I mentioned that when we covered that.
Yeah.
He doesn't
but
pay attention.
He's expanded. He actually looked it up. They pulled it off the online.
It was the creative director that did it.
Yeah, and he pulled it off. They pulled it offline, but like to try to cover his ass. So he got his name and everything. And you mentioned it last week. That's what you did. And and what they did is like he's like, this is why I screen grabbed Instagram. So he screen grabbed the Instagram photo of the sculpture he did. And then he like put it into Photoshop and changed the perspective, and it's a dead-on copy.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, it's like, this guy's a fucking tool. He's like, he's been at Disney for like 7 years doing that shit. Like, how many other things has he stolen?
Oh yeah.
Fucking dick.
I hate that shit. I really do.
But I mean, not just with that, but there was a YouTuber who, I recall, he lost his whole channel because the avatars that he used were in the style of famous manga characters or manga intellectual properties. And I guess the wrong one found out and was like, no, we're going to copyright strike everything. It's like,
wow.
Bro, it's literally him in the style of. So, as much as I want to have fun with this, at the same time, I don't want you guys to like lose the channel or anything, which bugs the crap out of me that I have to say this. We're not making money off of them. We're literally just enjoying Star Wars. Probably a little too much.
No one's gonna do anything about that. We're talking about it. It's not like a big deal.
Not only that, but why would it be wrong to create characters in that universe when that's something that's been a thing for generations at this point?
I mean, yeah,
I don't care if it
belongs.
the property belongs to Lucasfilms, but it does not. It's not any of these characters. None of these characters are any copyrighted or trademarked characters from the series or the universe. Exactly.
Yes.
It's fan fiction. I would call it fair use, which is a very big deal on YouTube and Well, Twitch don't care about it yet, but they will soon, I'm sure. Fair use is fair use. I'm just saying.
Yep.
My name doesn't exist in that universe, so fuck you guys.
It's not canon. It's not
Fuck you
canon.
guys. I'm going home.
Speaking of that,
So, what media, Chieftain? You're the first square there. Boop. What media have you been consuming over the last week?
I downloaded Maya LT. That's the only media I worked on. Which is 30. It's a 3D software lighter version of the Maya program.
Oh my gosh.
Which they use for animation and modeling, because I had to convert models over from one to the other. That's the only media I was consuming. I'm behind 3 or 4 episodes on Walking Dead. But Netflix, Raising Dion, season 2.
There you go.
I don't know if anyone knows what Raising Dion is.
Yep.
Okay. It's a kid with superpowers, and it's like season 2, so it's like at the super. Like I've been watching that, Raising Dion.
I
love that. I love it, and it's not preachy. Like it doesn't come off as preachy to me. I just enjoy it for what it is. Big deal. The kid's a black kid with superpowers. I don't care. It's a great story.
Looks very.
They don't throw it in your face.
Very
they don't throw it in your
sweet.
face. It is very sweet. And it goes through a situation of how the kid's growing up with superpowers and how this other kid's trying to, like, I won't go in, like, some other kid's trying to, like, there's the antagonist of another kid that has an evil spirit in him, that there's just going to be this, like, there's this build up between him and Dion. So, but I'm not far into it. I think I'm like 4 episodes in.
Yeah.
But I like that, Raising Dion. So yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Oni.
Yeah.
I told you. I was the first one.
That's right.
Wikipedia. So much Wikipedia.
Everybody's on drug tonight. Drugs are bad, okay?
Okay.
You're up.
Me? Oh, my turn. Let's see. Game-wise, I finally got Dying Light 2. And I'm playing that. Because Lost Ark kind of just didn't do it for me. I am waiting for Tiny Tina's, as everybody knows. So, Dying Light is so far a good game. Apparently people are bitching because there's not enough guns, but I kind of like it that way. So, makes it more realistic and like a zombie land. There wouldn't be a lot of guns laying around, So. Now, as far as watching, I started watching the new Vikings on Netflix, but I only watched the first 2, and I'm still kind of up in the air so far. So,
Ice Slick, it's a good show. You should check it out.
I love the first series. This is the new series. It's 100 years after the other one. So,
Wait, they did that?
Yeah, it just came out on Netflix. But it's nice that they do bring up, the Lothbrooks and all the people from the first episode. I mean, they just bring them up in, in lore-wise, but they're not actually in it, of course. So.
Interesting.
I'm only 2 episodes in. I'll have it finished by next week. So.
Because last I heard, the original series, it's Vikings, right?
Right. This is Vikings Valhalla.
First Vikings was sort of based off of one of the
Is that the
Eddas.
show?
First one was great. I loved it.
Either Eddas or History. I think it was History. It was actually roughly based on a real chieftain and his family. I mean, not like
Ragnar Loth.
word for words. Yeah. So anytime I hear it's a sequel, I don't know, can get a little.
This one has Leif Erikson's son in it. So
that is cool.
Oh, okay. No, that's pretty cool. There's a Leif Erikson statue pretty close to where I live.
Actually, it is Leif Erikson. His dad was. What the hell was his dad? Something the Red?
Oh,
Berserker Viking something. But it's his son and his daughter are in this one.
Berserker. Would you like to make some fuck berserker? Did he say making fuck?
What? Yes. I make fuck every night. I'm just kidding. Don't clip that.
He already did.
Too late. He clipped it.
Fuck.
Eric the Red is what you're looking for.
That's it. Eric the Red. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was about to joke that his dad's name was Eric, I guess I was right because
You were right,
Erickson.
Yeah,
I
his
should
name
have
is,
said
yeah.
it. It would have been
Oh,
so
yeah,
smart.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, but it's his daughter and his son. And I won't spoil anything because, you know.
Eric the Red.
But that's the only
Let me
two
guess.
that I know of.
Let me guess.
It's about Vikings.
Of course.
The
it's
kid
Viking-
has red hair.
Nope.
That's what I'm guessing.
Hang on, let me guess.
The
King of
red is for
Dingadurgan.
blood. You know, red for blood, not red for red hair.
Hmm.
How many Viking? Well,
Like Vlad the Impaler. He didn't bang a lot of chicks. He impaled people.
stupid.
It's not a sexual. It's not a sexual innuendo.
But so far, so good.
Anyway,
There was a woman who actually bathed in the blood of young women because she felt it would make her immortal.
Yeah.
Yeah, her name is Beyonce.
Whoa. That's it. We're gone. I love all you guys, but our band
Illuminati.
will be coming soon.
Illuminati.
There you go.
It'll put a
So
ring on it.
wow.
Let's say you
Go
can
ahead,
cut
finish
off.
up. I was gonna.
Take car. Yeah.
Damn, I don't matter.
No, I thought you were done, dude. I'm sorry. I'm the button bitch. Remember?
Yeah. That was great. I have been playing the demo chapter of Tiny Tina's Wonderland,
Oh.
the one-shot adventure.
Been playing that too.
And that is, I don't know how long that is, but I'm progressing pretty crazily. It's in Tiny Tina's a Borderlands game, and Borderlands is always wacky as hell, so it's a lot of fun.
It is. I agree. Actually, I played that a couple of months ago when it came out.
Yeah, I'm behind the ball, aren't I?
I forgot you're gonna play it on console though, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm playing on console.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna say let's play together?
Yeah, I forgot because Nova 2 was gonna get it on PlayStation. I'm like, no, dude, we can't play because there's no crossover apparently. So.
Yeah, I don't know if 2K is gonna do crossplay in Tiny Tina's when it comes out, but I think they would probably benefit from it.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
We can wrap it up early, guys.
That's fine.
Yeah. So on behalf, let me just hit the button. We're gonna be
Button
rating
bitch.
Beck Likes Plants, by the way. We gave
Awesome.
her a shout out earlier. Oh, that music means we don't have to go home, but we can't stay here. So on behalf of the very lovely Blacklight Oni with the brand new emotes, Hero, guy dancing like a white boy in the bottom left-hand corner.
Wonder why.
And the pork barrel spending we know as soda. I'm Chieftain. And you're going to be watching Becky Likes Plants. We're signing off and lagging out.
Night, guys.
Get that raid going in about 10 seconds. Make sure you let them know that we saw her on Facebook and we gave her a shout out, guys. Show her some love. Stop by. I think she's guess playing music.
Yeah, I think he was singing
See
earlier.
you guys next week.
Later, guys.
I'm lagging and I know it.
What's happening? Lagging out.
Oh no!
Sugar-induced cookie coma.
They got him.
Tribbles, that's the way to go if you're gonna go. Thank you so much for the follow, Soda Pop. Lagging out, thank you for the raid. What's up? How are you guys?
She said, "Who are you guys?"
Talk shows and podcasts. Very nice. How was your stream? Sorry if I look a little different. I'm dressed up as Elsa right now. Thank you for the follow, Hiro Nadashima. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Did you say it
Whoa,
right?
guys, how are you doing?
The how to sausage.
Oh, look, she put us up on her thing.
If you're a dev,
Nice.
Oh, good lord!
I
Don't do
actually agree with you on this. As a dev,
that.
shut up.
She brought us up. No way.
Yeah, she did.
People, 1 second. One more thing. You're doing shit that people would fucking die to do. You're doing something that's
Intense.
Shut up.
Intense.
Let marketing take care of it. Go ahead.
Now before because I'm gonna pass it.
Double raid.
Ah, she got raided again.
Double raid.
She said you were intense.
Hey, Chief, how are you?
She got your bad side, Chief.
Oh no! They got him. They got him.
Yeah. You ended up giving me a shout out. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Also, Dual Shock Duchess coming in with the raid. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Chaos. Thank you for the follow. I don't know how to say the first part. Chaos. How was your stream, Duchess? While everyone's popping in? Yeah, I saw that I saw you saying that we spoke on Facebook today. I remember you. Sorry, I said thank you, but it might have been missed. I apologize. Excited to make him just because I love your streams. You are so kind. Pronounce his name as Teaser. Teaser Chaos. Gotcha.
I always thought it was
That's a
Zer.
very good username. No, you don't need to apologize. I might not have said it out loud. I do this bad thing of thinking I